Guild and Westcott epically failed at picking locks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's literally all that happened.
If any of you want to have just been there for this comedy of lock picking errors, we can just dump you in. Alternatively, you can be coming along behind for whatever reason. I leave that up to you guys.
Is this the?
I'm trying to figure out like what makes more sense for me.
Thank you for 50 months of subs. It's so good to see you. How are you, Ben?
Is this
How are
the
you, Ben?
place
How
that
have
the
you been?
kobolds mentioned that's up in the mountains?
Yeah, so you missed a couple, I think, Brendan.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
looking at my notes and it's like, oh man, I missed a lot.
Okay, so yes. So for Brendan, overall summary, yes, so you found out that there was a place up in the mountains, one of the kobolds that you leashed and
like hogtied.
It was not very
let's not talk about.
Led you up there. You then tied him to a tree and gagged him while you went and killed all of his kobold brethren and threw them off a cliff.
Off the waterfall because they would be they were going to explode. Because they exploded.
And then we realized that we were throwing him over the waterfall directly to where he was hogtied to the tree.
So yeah.
We didn't think about that detail when we started doing it, and then we're like, well, now we're committed.
It's not like we were throwing them over to throw them over. It's because they were going to explode on us if we didn't.
So
by the
basically
time we
he just saw his friends fly over the cliff and then explode.
Yeah,
basically.
Oh, you had COVID. Holy shit! I'm so
you
sorry.
did
Louise.
rescue
I'm glad
a
you're getting over it.
You rescued the gnome whose house you was filled with
you're
kobolds.
feeling all better.
Nima or Seema or something?
Nima,
yes. And then you Nima Cinerid. And then you captured the escapee.
We got paid for that.
Yes.
And then Guild demanded more money to go
I'm glad.
out what the fuck.
Carted the prison escapee down. Gave that poor kobold PTSD, but did let it go. And got paid, and then got offered more money to go back up and go through what seemed to be maybe the hideout of the copycat inventor guy.
Okay. Yeah, that guy.
The one that everyone says is an asshole.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that is literally my notes.
That asshole.
He was a dick that stole inventions.
That asshole. That asshole Stallmast.
Yeah.
Stallmast. Yeah.
And
so this is his hideout?
This is his hideout.
Okay.
Or, you at least as far as you know, but based on the information you have, this is definitely his hideout. And so you were just going through, trying to figure out, folks were just going through, trying to figure things out, trying to find Stallmast and clear out the presumably mostly kobolds in here. So far, you've only met kobolds. You did discover that Stallmast is a human, not a gnome.
Oh yeah.
Who's?
We all just sort of assumed
you were just talking about him, but I already...
the inventor, but he's mostly a copycat.
Inventor.
Yes.
Yeah. And he's pissed off at Hupperduke because they drove him out.
Because he was a dick.
He made inventions that attacked people, but also stole people's inventions. He was just a generally terrible person.
And Nima seemed to believe that he wants revenge against Hupperduke, which is part of why
I believe
the Watchmaster was somewhat keen on you guys.
It should say if you click on
getting more information.
Okay. Click on guilds, you should be able to see a little bit more of the character sheet.
I mean, for ease of it, we can just say anyone who doesn't want to come in late was here. Makes it easier. So I'm gonna drag you guys onto the
maybe
map.
not. Let's see.
The big black box. There's a map somewhere, I'm guessing.
Scroll down to the
No,
bottom
scroll
right.
over. It's a very large map.
Holy crap.
like
I have
it?
a very small screen resolution.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's
I need
all
to
of you.
make the cameras smaller or something. Let me fix it.
So we had reason to believe that there were kobolds up this general direction.
Yeah, we heard
somewhere.
some up
None yet,
here, I
because
think.
Guild isn't high
That's
enough
quite the
level blood
scribble
hunter
there.
to actually
I
have a
know.
subclass of
It's a
blood hunter
beautiful
yet.
scribble.
That's what happened.
I can't see anything because this is all like
He's mostly
black,
ranger
so
right
I
now.
just-
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely heard some coming from like when you were up at the entrance. You definitely heard some coming from like that general direction, the straight direction, and so you went left. But you've also, you can hear noise. It's not like this is a quiet, a silent place.
So what I missed is where exactly are we? Like
You are in you're in the mountain, what you presume to be Stalmast's
Do you
hideout.
remember that door that Fleur was trying to unlock by climbing on the? She was climbing on the kobold.
Fleur wasn't, unless somebody
She
else
was.
made her do that. I
No,
don't remember making
You were
her do
there.
that.
You did.
I just watched the game. It was the last game that you were there for. When we caught Sken, and we were in that like place above the waterfall. There was a door at the back. We're inside there.
It has been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
vaguely remember
I
that.
actually didn't realize how long it had been, but at the end of that game, we were saying that main game was about to go fight an archwhiw. So that's how long it's been.
Wow.
That's how long it's been. That's why everyone was so rusty.
So, well, both Guild and Westcott have
Look, we're not going to talk about.
What do you want to do next?
Look, this is not really my skill set.
Hey, that's the embarrassing thing. To be good at.
Also, this is a door. I don't know what we were doing with this door.
Yes,
I was trying to unlock that too and failing.
There was a chest and there was a door.
Yeah,
you both attempted to unlock both of them. And
did
both
we come
failed.
from this way?
Yes, you came in from up here.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I was like kind of confused because I was like, why aren't we just going around? Okay.
Oh, there were we also heard kobold noises, or we think from
kobold
this
up
direction.
here.
There was like food on the table, and
there was a kobold over here, and we just kind of
Remind me,
killed him.
I left Daisy outside or something, didn't I?
But you
hadn't
that
been
is
here.
up to you. You had not gone in. So you could have left David.
You weren't here last time.
You weren't here last
when we
time.
come back here.
Oh, we left and then came back again?
Yes.
Oh, okay. There we. I was like, wait. I thought
you returned Scan, who was the escaped prisoner,
and then we came
to the
back.
Watchmaster. Then you spent the night in Hupperduke and came back up.
Okay. Is there any reason? Because I feel like I remember leaving Daisy outside the first time. I don't remember if it was because it was like hard to get to or something. I don't remember why.
Tricky to get to, though. I think Daisy could have made it. I think you may have left Daisy outside because you're trying to be a little sneaky getting in.
Yeah, so I feel like coming back to it, if I know that Daisy can easily enough get in or whatever, I probably have Daisy with me. Just
you are. Daisy may or may not enjoy getting there, but Daisy can make it.
I've also had Pass Without a Trace up for most of this, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes.
They have so much Pass Without a Trace.
Yes, good.
Pass without any traces.
Give me some of that in the other game. I want another 40.
I mean, Keegan does have Pass Without a Trace.
He just never uses it.
Keegan use that sometimes.
Damn it, Hegan.
Anyway, so there's a
Well,
locked
it's like I
door.
think it's just an auto prepare for me in Westcott.
Yeah.
So-
Westcott, it's a
There's a
domain
locked
spell for
door,
him,
a
so
locked
Yeah.
chest. You can see as you look down the hall this way, there's like another set of branching paths.
How big was the chest again? Was it like a big chest or a little chest?
No, it wasn't huge. It was,
Where
you
is
know,
the chest?
it like around there. Yeah.
Are we talking like shoebox or
Bigger than
Furniture.
shoebox, not furniture. Like,
I'll just
like
carry it for now.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking. I'm just gonna, like, I want to know what's in here just on principle.
Remind me. So, did we check for like magical blocks?
Brendan, you never let us use
or is it just
chat inspiration on ourselves or on like the characters and stuff like that. I don't think Trisha will let us.
There was a trap check. I don't know if there was a detect magic check, but there was a trap
material.
Check.
Thank you.
It is not as far as the folks who check for traps are aware. It is not trapped, neither the chest nor the door. They're just locked, and apparently, lock picking is not anyone's forte tonight.
No. Also, Brendan, I don't think you can give us all chat inspiration. I don't think that's how that works.
I definitely tried that the first night.
Yeah. What do you mean it doesn't work like that?
Denied.
Brendan, the rule is that if you give chat inspiration as a player, you have to accept it as a DM.
Right? See? There.
All right, so Guild picks up the chest. It's not heavy. It doesn't feel like it's carrying anything, super heavy. It's just a chest that fits more than shoes, but like the kind of chest you might take to store stuff at the foot of your bed type size.
Yeah. So something that Fleur is probably familiar with that type of thing, because
yes,
things that rich people have.
Yeah.
Gilda's just kind of like occasionally shaking it, trying to figure out what the fuck is in there.
Haku, get off of there.
This is when I'm like, I can't really help because I don't have spells and things.
As you guys,
is any of it magical? Because I'm pretty sure I detect magic up while we're going through.
Yeah. If you had detect magic up, no, so far you have not noticed anything magical.
Okay.
Haku, you need to not jump on the table.
I mean, if we knock the door open, obviously we're waking up the whole place. Question is, do we care?
What kind of door is it?
It is a like it's not stone, it's wood. Probably could break it open if you tried. Especially because you have a centaur with hooves that can kick things really hard, presumably.
They all told me no, so I haven't kicked anything.
But so far you have attempted to be quiet and stealthy.
I could just...
I mean, if there are any
Thank you,
gaps
Martorial.
in the frame, I could try and take
Appreciate it.
You can try and what?
Peek underneath it.
Okay.
Also, now chat inspiration for everybody. Thank you, Martorial. Including you, Jerusha.
Oh, good. Okay. So, yeah, you can certainly do that. It's not like a perfectly fit door. So roll me a perception roll.
Well, I was thinking...
Oh, if you want to, you can roll me perception.
I'm a mouse.
Oh. If you mouse, you can go under the door and also look around. That works.
That's what I figured you were asking for that reason. I was like, Druid!
Yeah.
As we're over here just being like, I really need to learn the lock spell. Or the knock spell.
Yeah. So Cyrillus turns into a mouse and scampers under the door.
Scott's just pouting.
Inside,
in the back.
This looks like it is an armory. There are daggers, short swords, spears, crossbows. Nothing that immediately jumps out as like especially fancy to, your eyes. But weapons.
But no signs of any living things?
No. The only living thing that you have seen was the kobold that your party members killed outside, who was guarding this door.
And it's just an enclosed room. It's just kind of
Yep.
like a closet.
Yeah, let me actually go ahead and do a... Where is the reveal area tool?
Oh, I feel that.
So you should now all see the room.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like a storeroom that looks to be at least primarily for weapons. That is what is immediately visible and accessible. I mean, only Cyrillus knows this so far, but...
Does it look like I could unlock the door from this side?
Little mouse hands.
Roll me!
You can become a not mouse.
Not
As a
fun that
mouse, I'm
way.
just seeing if I can
Yeah.
see it.
Not fun that way.
I have not said I'm attempting to. I'm just seeing if I'm able to.
Just gonna ratatouille it.
Roll me I feel like this is investigation, though I also...
Okay.
You know, I was like debating between that and perception, but I feel like, can I actually open this door as investigation, especially while you're a mouse?
Yeah.
Gilda's getting bored, so he's gonna peek up this way.
13.
13. Yes, it does look like you could open this door from the inside.
Okay.
If you had hands.
What you gotta do
change
is
back
find
up
the
inside
dude,
and unlock
find
the
back
door.
the head.
All right. So you turn the knob, it opens. It seems like
Just opened the door like...
they were not especially concerned with people getting out of the armory because they don't normally lock people in the armory.
Good place to lock somebody when you won't want them to fight you.
Opposable thumbs, my only weakness.
Guild, roll me a perception check since you said you were going to go peek around.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered that Guild is actually really bad at this. And that's
You
just a
are
10.
not Bellis.
I'm not Bellis.
Guild is not Bellis.
There are more tunnels. You know, you're reasonably confident that tunnels are a thing.
Cool.
There's stuff over there.
Tunnels, guys.
I had no idea.
I got it. You got it open.
Oh, hey. Anything interesting?
Lots of things for killing.
Anything like unique? Cool.
Peek in.
Flair's just peeking her head
Also
in. because-
peeking in.
Hearing
Weapons.
things
We're
for
doing the
killing.
Scooby-Doo.
No, but
Flair's not bloodthirsty.
The
Why would
back
you
Feel
do that?
feel free to roll. Anyone who is peeking in can roll me a perception check. I guess.
Everybody
It's
thinks
my
that.
other D20.
Bow dice
Oh my
bow
god,
dice.
it's the same roll!
All
I'm
right,
gonna-
Fleur die.
pleasant slander.
I'm gonna give myself disadvantage because I feel like Westcott is like in the back, still kind of pouting, but like also kind of leaning in.
18.
Okay.
So this is gonna be
Fleur
hilarious.
climbing over people
Oh,
because she heard killing things.
Yeah. 11.
Okay. Fleur manages to climb over people and get a good look.
Or not just go under their legs.
Yeah, like
Or
climbing
that.
over Ezra is just knocking her the fuck over. Like a...
I mean,
Or that, yes,
it
she
is-
is a halfling, so I guess she could probably try to climb over and then be like, screw this, and then just go under everybody.
fair enough. It is up to Bess whether Fleur is clambering up humans
I
or up
feel like-
bodies or.
She, when given the option, she would choose not to walk underneath people, but given that that's probably not actually that easy in all of this, she probably would eventually give up and just crawl under everybody.
Yeah. So either way, she
At
manages
this point,
to sneak
like, Sterling's
around,
like half horse, so it would just be going under
Right.
horse legs.
slide
Yeah, I
through
do
some
it all the time.
spaces, and get a good look. So nothing jumps out as like super valuable, Fleur.
Okay.
There are a number of weapons.
Just power slide into the
All of
centaur.
them look serviceable. So You know, not high value, but
not junk.
But not junk. Anyone could use these weapons. They will stab and kill things.
That is the most important part.
It looks like there are bolts for the crossbows. You also, as you glance around, notice some sets of what look really similar to the tools, to thieves' tools you've seen folks unlock doors with.
Or not unlock doors with.
Or fail to unlock doors.
All right, quick question, just recalling back.
Didn't Westcott just break his thieves' tools trying to get into one of these?
Yes.
Oh, did he? So
hey, that's useful.
Take those, turn around and go, hey, Westcott, and just chuck them.
I'd be like, we just killed kobolds in here. Just like,
oh, we know she can't even. She's little. She doesn't have a super loud voice.
Kobolds are also small, but I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So
thieves' tools being hurled at my head.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Roll me a. I'll let you do sleight of hand or acrobatics to catch.
Sleight of hand is actually better. I'm gonna,
I feel like both are appropriate for catching hurled thieves' tools. So
yeah.
First roll with my fancy dice.
Or PCs with weapons kill people.
17 plus 6, that's 20.
All
something.
true.
23.
All true.
Fleur hurls these thieves' tools at your head, and you just like, whoop, and they smack into your palm, and it's really quite satisfying, honestly.
Yeah.
Can I just poke around and see if there's any arrows? I could probably use some extra arrows.
She's just gonna stand on her tippy toes and just do like a.
Patronize me.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check, Guild.
Cool.
Imagine being killed by a halfling throwing thieves' tools.
That's better.
Yeet!
Yeet!
Oh God, where are my skills? Investigation, that's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, so you poke through and you sift through and you find a lot of crossbow bolts, but no arrows.
Cool.
And you know, as you look around, it sort of occurs to you that you really haven't seen bows. Like you saw that mounted crossbow, and this room has crossbows. So you kind of wonder if maybe there's just no one that uses bows here.
All right, I'm getting bored. Let's go fuck up some kobolds.
There are daggers and short swords.
If there's a dagger that looks like a
we're all huge
dagger
Critical Role nerds, which is all of us. That's why this is set.
I was like, Fleur might take one, although for Fleur to use a throwing dagger, it would have to be like a toothpick.
I mean, this is
a lot of
hideout.
Swords.
This is a hideout full of kobolds. They are
that's
also
true. So if they're
small.
kobold daggers, then they might be perfect Fleur-sized daggers.
Yeah. And you had a good perception roll, and since there are multiple daggers, I won't make you also roll investigation. You definitely can find a 1 or 2 Fleur-sized daggers.
Say, if there are 2, I will definitely take 2, and she will come out with them. And there's 2 little, because not necessarily daggers in the long run, but I eventually wanted her to have some smaller light ammunition. So there's 2 little tiny straps on towards the front of either side of Daisy's saddle that you just see her just slide these 2 little daggers into.
Yep.
You know, just so when she's riding, if she needs to, she can just.
Yeah. And if anyone wants any daggers, short swords, spears, crossbows, those are all available. So if anyone wants to pick anything else up, they are there.
Pick up another dagger.
Yep.
Might grab a dagger just to have.
Never
She's not very good at it, but you never know when you need to.
Esri with weapons. That sounds worrying.
Well, you never know. Also, you need to like cut something for like spell components or.
Fair enough.
Paper.
Yeah. No. So as a group, like you can get up to at least 1 more dagger, to 5 short swords, 3 spears, 3 crossbows, and 40 bolts for each crossbow, as well as 1 more set of thieves' tools.
Take a backup set of
Take
thieves
all
tools.
the thieves tool.
Yeah.
After that.
I'm just gonna kind of shake the chest at Westcott and go, "You want to try the new ones?"
You do have a backup set now.
I don't think I trust him with them.
Oh, I did.
Come on, it can't be that bad.
Get rid of
That
that.
consistently.
I'm gonna go ahead and add another. I'm taking that extra thing of thieves tools.
You know,
I'm gonna laugh so hard if you break
And
another one.
Brendan, you would have the information about where they were headed. You would be able to get that information, so you can actually like slide in anytime you want.
Okay.
So if you are not, yeah.
Supposedly,
I'll give it another shot.
mice can fit through the whole.
They're also
whole
the
size of a
froyo is
pencil.
also cursed.
I don't want to have to carry this thing.
Well, then why'd you pick it up?
That explains how
Because if we weren't going to unlock it, I do want to know what's in it later. You don't leave things like this.
Oh.
All right. Go ahead and.
Well, perhaps we close it up and lock
Give
it
it another
ourselves
shot.
somehow so that they can't get to it. If
How are we going to lock it?
All right. I'll give it one more try.
All right.
Are you kidding me?
Can we break off the knob? Lock
Are
it and
you
break off the
actually
knob.
kidding?
Did you break another one?
I don't think I broke it, but 9.
You do have chat
Oh, that's
inspiration if you
right, I
want
do.
it.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
There we go. It's 23.
There we go. About fucking time.
Well, no, it's
Chat inspiration is a D6 like bardic inspiration,
Oh, it's a
not
D6.
DM
Okay.
inspiration.
Not a DM. Okay. Well, then that's probably not.
Whoa.
I mean, unless I don't know.
We'll at least get you over 10 or over.
You guys rolled pretty badly last
All right.
time.
I'll
It can't be that hard.
12.
Still not a 9.
Almost get it. Like you're this close, and you feel it almost click, and then like your pick slips slightly. And it doesn't open.
Don't.
I've just. Never mind. And I'll just kind of turn on my heel and walk back over towards the tunnels.
All right. As you guys continue, I want you to roll stealth again. I think you still have pass without a trace up, so you can use that.
Remind me, does Daisy roll separate stealth?
Theoretically, yes, but honestly,
29.
16 for Fleur.
Is Fleur
21.
Is Fleur walking with Daisy, or is she on Daisy?
That's a good point. She's probably. I mean, I guess she would probably be riding on Daisy, just because.
Because if she's riding Daisy, I think
just make
it's
Daisy
just
roll?
easier to make a Daisy roll.
Okay, I will do that because my Fleur roll was crap.
Yeah, if they're separate, like if Daisy's going and Fleur is going and they're moving independently.
Daisy, these tiny dice roll better than like anything that I have. It's ridiculous. I need to get a set of tiny pink dice for Fleur because the tiny ones. That's why I roll my other 2 tiny dice for her weapons because they just roll really well.
I love rolling tiny dice.
But like for normal Fleur rolls, I love my pink ones with the little bows in them.
So what did everyone roll?
29.
17.
Looking up Badger stealth.
Badger stealth.
Yeah, you wouldn't be under pass without a trace because you didn't.
I mean, so there is Badgers don't have an actual stealth, so the dex is plus 0.
Yeah,
but that's okay because I rolled a natural 17, so 20.
There you go.
Good.
Well,
Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Wow, that's
Which,
that.
I mean, technically, with my stealth bonus and pass without a trace, it's a 17, but...
I mean, because you have pass without a trace, I'm not going to, like, super penalize you for that one.
That's funny, though.
My fancy dice are in dice jail now.
Yeah, fair.
They have gone to dice timeout.
They're there to look pretty and not be useful, apparently.
Yeah, they are in timeout.
All right. So, yeah. So... you all think you're doing a pretty good job, moving pretty quietly.
We think we are.
You do hear
bad
a bit of
day.
noise behind you.
Oh, god damn it! I tripped. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Voice is disembodied because I'm currently under an invisibility.
If there's a time to
I
hide,
didn't
maybe
watch that
don't
trick.
talk.
Was just like Terwin, like a little confused. She's still new to people going randomly invisible a little bit.
I'm the ghost of Terwin. You left me behind.
Oh, thank God he's
Thrills's
No,
expression
no.
does not
Like, oh, thank
change, but
God.
there's just like a little bit of that like 1,000-yard stare just kind of appears in your eyes.
No, I
At
just
that
need
line,
to.
Fleur literally in like a whisper goes like, I'm so sorry. Like,
Oh, that's right.
No, I had to lay low. An old acquaintance came to town, and so yeah. But I saw the kobolds. Good job. You got them.
We did.
Yeah. The guy tied to the tree.
Oh no,
Not looking
we
too
let him
good.
go. We let him go.
He got let go.
You didn't actually leave him tied to the tree.
No.
Oh, okay.
We let him
They
go.
gave him post-traumatic stress disorder though.
and then let it go.
And then let him go.
Just
Yeah, we
made
just
him
traumatized
watch
him
all
away.
his friends get executed, and then
My
let him
next
go.
character
And then
is that
let him
kobold.
go.
I've probably got about another 10 minutes or so on my spell. I mean, they really need to like clean up in here because there's just dirt and debris, and it's really a tripping hazard. But I could poke on ahead.
You could just go away.
Yeah, but he's useful.
We did fine without him.
Did we?
I mean, we're here. And we were fine until somebody came crashing in like an idiot.
I don't see any arrows raining down on our heads. I think we're fine for the moment.
Well, that's why he can go first, and he can get all the arrows shot at him.
I mean,
Perhaps
it's
we
gonna
shouldn't
announce
be
our arrival anyway.
arguing about this inside the lair of the plagiarist.
Let's just keep going.
With all the
Yeah.
kobolds.
Cult girl has a point.
I was hoping he wouldn't come back.
Esri.
Right.
Actually, that is a pretty good idea, and I'm just gonna like snap my fingers and go invisible as well.
That's not fair.
Do that.
Daisy, we gotta
I
learn
would
how to
do it
that.
too, but I don't know if I want to spend the spell
Waste
just to
to
prove a
spot.
point.
Right.
All right.
I mean, we have like 4 people who can cast invisibility in this party.
Yeah. All right. I go left. You go right.
Works for me.
Oh, are there light sources here? Because I can't see in the dark.
Yes.
I just remembered. I'm a halfling.
Yes, there are light sources. You can see.
Okay. All right. So what
I
do
keep
my
thinking that I
halfling
can
eyes
see
see?
in the dark.
All right. So
God, it's weird seeing my own art on the token. It's just weird.
All right.
It's different when it's my character.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Guild, you look to the right and you see, tables. This is clearly the area this seems like the area that was straight ahead when you were in the entrance. There's tables, there's chairs, there's some remnants, and you do see at the far table some kobolds who seem to be enjoying a meal. Terwin, you see a passageway that straightens into what looks to be like a really square chamber. Maybe about 20 feet wide, about 40 foot long.
Everything's natural cave. This is carved out a little bit more.
Yeah, and the floor doesn't look like stone floor.
Okay.
That looks like metal.
I'll inspect it closely without touching it.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
That is going to be a 6.
Well, it's metal.
Okay, it's metal.
That is
Metal's
not a good
different.
investigation roll for the wizard.
No, it's not.
Whoa.
I haven't been rolling very, very well at all this evening.
We did fine without him.
Yeah, so it's a little odd. There's a metal floor, but who knows?
Could have had those rolls for the mind flayers.
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Well,
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, now you roll badly.
Right. I mean,
Those
let's
dice,
be
use them
serious.
later.
It's never. I'm never gonna roll a good saving throw, no matter whether I'm playing as a DM or a player.
True.
It's just a curse.
Well, you might roll some good attack rolls.
Yeah, that's what counts with mind players.
We'll
At least.
All right. Well, let's see what happens when something goes on top of it. If there's any loose pebbles or anything nearby, I'll just sort of skate one across the surface.
Okay. You skate a pebble across the surface. It makes a little bit of the rock hitting metal sound, which is maybe a little echoier than you would like. But nothing happens.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm moving a little closer so I can see if there are other doors to that chamber.
Okay. Roll me a perception check real quick.
Okay, we're gonna try D20 number 3. 15. That's better.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a little hard. You sort of have to peek around, but you notice that there is a door right here.
Okay.
And then the path branches up above where the kobolds are eating. Both 2 directions sort of to the north.
I'm gonna mark that since I can't see it. So that I just for my memory.
Yeah, that's fine. So there's a couple different ways you could potentially go up there.
Cool. Regroup?
Yeah.
Well,
those things that are on the map here where everyone had gathered before, are those tables? Or those
are tables.
Shaped? Okay.
There were tables that have, like polishing like just random crap on top of them. It seems like they're probably used for working on stuff.
Well, we've got kobolds.
And a strange room with a metal floor.
We could give the kobolds a really bad day if we wanted to. Honestly,
I don't
for
walk
quiet
on
enough.
another floor.
Well, I was thinking maybe if we take those tables, we could line them up and walk on them.
That sounds
we'd
noisy.
Touching the floor.
We'd still have to get the tables onto the floor.
Well, that's not that hard.
Sitting on top of one of these tables at this point.
I'm not sure I can walk on a table though.
Do you have any idea?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not sure that walking on a table on top of a suspicious floor would be better than just walking on a suspicious floor.
I agree.
I'm pretty sure we could take the kobolds, just 2 to a kobold, and they'd be dead before anybody else heard them. If we really want to check out that way.
That sounds less concerning than the metal
Sounds
floor.
fine with me.
We're killing kobolds?
It's probably better than allowing them to come to the armory and get all of the weapons that they could use against us later.
Just kill them quietly.
Not all of them, I don't think.
Aggressive fucking positivity. Fucking
All right.
That is my brand. Welcome to
I
my
will
brand.
take the one in the back then.
Suspicious initials! Thank you so much for the sub! You could have used prom on anybody. Aw, thank you for... Allow me, after the game, to serenade you, as I do with all people who subbed me for the first time.
Yeah.
Please.
Charge in afterwards and clean up whatever's left.
Or if you can't stay to the end, let me know next time. I got a thing.
I don't really
that
do
I owe
this whole
you.
sneak attack
I owe you a
thing.
serenade.
I'm actually gonna circle all the way around this way.
Okay, you're gonna go like around past.
Around, yeah, because I'm still invisible. It lasts an hour.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get like up to there.
Anyone who is trying to go in needs to roll me another stealth check. If you're moving away from whoever casts pass without a trace.
Whoever.
So like Guild, you need to roll it without the +10.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's still at 21.
It lasts an hour.
We're going up.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm heading in to try and coordinate with Guild to. Are you?
Where's the pass without a trace that originated? Because it comes from multiple sources.
Westcott. I'm
Westcott.
Westcott.
Mm-hmm.
28.
Nope.
So I'm not sure if I'm in it or not.
Yeah, how far away? It's 30 or
30 feet.
It's 30.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was like, I feel like I would be if I'm planning on charging in and cleaning up after, getting everything else kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
20 for Daisy.
I think in the current setup, everyone except Terwin, who wasn't in it when it was cast, and Guild, who went the long way around, has passed without a trace.
Stealth Badger,
32, 21, 22. Cool.
I
rolled another one.
Mine, so.
Stealth Badger sounds like it should be some like rock band name or something like that.
Westcott, why are you so bad at everything you're supposed to do?
Meanwhile, no, you know why? It's because Daisy's so stealthy. He didn't notice Daisy and he freaked out.
Yeah, no, so I think Daisy like noses the back of Westcott's neck, and Westcott gives like a tiny little like.
He does not like that badger.
Stealth Badger is judging Westcott.
And as this happens, fact of the matter is though, everyone else rolled pretty darn well. Right. So like Westcott makes his, terrified squeak. But
I have my bow out.
Luckily, one of the kobolds looks around, but luckily doesn't actually spot you in the moment.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if it does, I'm immediately just going for it.
The fact of the matter is, there's a 32, a 22, a 21, a couple 20. Like the rest of the group rolled way better. So, group stealth check situation here. And so far, you are unnoticed.
Yeah, I kind of want to just walk right up on this guy and take out my longsword, kind of flip it over and stab him.
I'm gonna
roll me an attack roll.
Say,
Can we see anybody that we're attacking?
Guild do that.
15.
Yeah,
they're not far enough. Oh, there they are. They're under the.
It's a 15.
Okay, one moment.
This map. Too big.
Yeah, sorry, it's a big map. 15 to hit. I am 99.9% certain hits, but let me double check. Yes, that hits.
Okay. Oh, I forgot I can use this two-handed, but I didn't say I was. I would have, but I forgot. Oh, I rolled really terrible.
Gil just pops out, surprise, bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, would that have had advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter because it wasn't a natural 20, but
yeah, it's worth checking though.
Yeah. So that's a whole big 8 damage because I rolled a 2. And
that kobold falls.
Okay,
dead.
bye. Yeah, we're not level 13 here.
And Guild is just kind of leaning on the sword and goes, "Hi."
Can I like when he said
fire.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, all of you get a chance to attack.
Okay.
You are.
I feel like there's
Probably
not
gonna
enough
miss.
to go around. Is there really only 3 of them?
I'm just
Wait,
gonna.
I
yeah.
have chat inspiration.
You do.
There's 3.
13.
Flair's like, I better run if I want to hit anything.
I'm probably just gonna throw a dagger at from where I am.
That guy.
Okay. John, what did you hit? What did you roll?
Great.
13.
That just hits.
It was almost so good, but
Sweet. 9 piercing
13.
damage.
Another dead kobold.
Just
which one?
Just 13.
Should be.
Probably. I don't know, John. Which one were you shooting? Which one was Thrall shooting at?
Whichever one is straight in line with me, I guess.
That one, I guess.
Natural
Okay.
19. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna.
I mean, look. If all of you are shooting at are trying to kill the last kobold, it gets hit with like 5 things at once and dies.
Okay, bye.
Kobolds don't have a lot of
these
Spectral Vulcan
Unless it
neck
is the
pinch.
luckiest kobold in the world.
Yeah, that's very true.
But I mean, Esri got a 19. Like more than one of you passed its AC. It is dead.
They all dead.
And you have 3 dead kobolds that may or may not explode. You don't know.
I'm gonna look
I hadn't thought about
Sterling. Point at them. Point at the door. Point.
I mean,
grab one.
do you want me to take a quick look at them and see if they're gonna explode, or do we just want to?
I mean, can you
throw
tell?
them? I might be able to tell. I don't know.
You're not sure?
You could do that out by the exit.
So
Just get rid of them.
The door is out this way, right?
This way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab a kobold.
Say if this is a medicine check, then
They're
yes,
gonna
it might
explode
be
on us
well.
probably if we don't move.
And just
Eat it.
badger
Eat
gallop.
it?
No, because the door of Daisy explodes.
Oh,
jeez. Gallop to the outside. Just
no exploding daisy.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Anyone
Anyone
like
who
a
is
charge or just
anyone who is taking a kobold, also roll a stealth for me.
A stealth?
Because you are kobolds. You're trying to stealth. I assume stealthily take the kobolds outside without alerting anyone.
16.
Oh, there's more kobolds?
Those
We don't
are the
know.
ones you see, but you're in a hideout, so there could well be more kobolds.
I would say that I'm gonna carry one, but if Daisy's carrying one in his mouth, I would probably also just drape one across Daisy's back since I'm going to. To just like throw the other one.
Daisy, the corpse
What
pack
is
mule.
Daisy's kobold stealth roll?
Let me see here.
Kobold Illuminati.
Another natural 17. So.
All right. Yeah. So all of you do manage to sneak your kobolds out and presumably throw them once again over a waterfall.
Yep. I'm gonna pat Daisy on the head. All the way back.
Good badger.
Excellent.
Daisy does like ear scritch thing of like.
Who did the neon sign?
What? Oh,
what? Exit.
Oh, the exit? That's fantastic, yes.
Amazing.
Did I not do a good job, Guild? I thought I did a good job too.
I didn't know you were there. I thought it was just me and Daisy.
Do you also want a pet, Sterling? Do you want a pet?
Sterling wants scritches.
Your horse side is showing.
I was a good boy, wasn't I?
You were the best boy.
Positive reinforcement, please.
Oh my gosh.
Bestest horsey boy.
Okay, I've laughed too much. I will be right back.
Can that be one of our cards now? The bestest horsey boy?
Bestest horsey
that
boy.
That should absolutely be a
Yep.
card.
Yep.
Once Kristen is back, we can continue.
Sterling doesn't ask.
I'm
for
gonna run
scratches,
and grab
so
water really
Alec
fast
does.
then.
Alec lifts his legs and asks you to scratch under him. So at least Sterling's not like that.
Way to make the party awkward.
That's why we're here.
Cool. You're cute.
So D&D Beyond, everybody.
You've got the perfect warlock.
We don't have any warlock here.
We don't. No, we don't have any warlock.
And if we did, they
Not
would
right
not
now.
be perfect.
Oh, that's Terwin's cousin.
You've got the perfect Westcott.
There you go.
Do we?
No.
Questionable.
Westcott is perfect just as he is, guys. Just because
His mother has told him so.
or stealth or do anything.
Or do magic, or
Just because he's bad at everything he does doesn't mean he's not.
except
perfect.
lying. He is very good at lying.
Perfectly imperfect.
It could be worse. You could, smell like a stable.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
What's so bad about that?
Right? I don't see the problem. Just jealous. Ignore him.
Do magic.
I'm totally gonna grab some of these stools and floor's lava my way across the metal floor.
I wanna can I see through
Don't
these
foresee
now that
that
I'm
going
actually up here?
Wow.
Yeah, roll me a perception
Exactly,
check.
that's why we should do it.
I mean, Mr. Terwin, if we
Wait,
wanted to
where's
do
my
that,
it's a D6, right?
why don't we
I'm
just
gonna
use
use
a
my chat
floating
inspiration.
disc?
Oh.
11.
Gently
just
lower
push.
the things onto the floor.
11?
With the chat inspiration.
Yeah. I mean, they're paths. This is sort of like when with Terwin and the floor is metal. Like those are paths.
Yeah, I just wondered if I could see anything because they're black for me right now.
Yeah, I will open up a little bit of them, but
Okay.
like that. There we go. Got to pick the right tool. Oh, come on, work. Silly.
No.
It's a little hard for you to see like further around. That one, the one to the left bends a little bit, and the one to the right has a little bit of like a protrusion sticking out.
Cool.
But their paths, they head that way.
I'm gonna sit down on the table.
Is there something there to the left?
There's a door.
The door.
Ah. Similar in construction to the other one?
Let's take a look at the door.
So
Actually, I'm gonna go back and grab that chest and bring it back into this room. I don't want to forget it.
Okay.
There's probably nothing in it.
How big is it?
The chest. It's sort of like not a foot lockery type chest, like kind of chest you have at the end of your bed.
Oh.
So you go and look at the door, Terwin. It's a wooden door. Do you like investigate, or are you trying to, or are you just kind of glancing at it?
I mean, is it any different than the other one? Does it look like it's reinforced? Does it look like it's
investigation check?
Okay. That would be a 21.
Rogue's got a rogue.
No, it is not reinforced. This just looks like a.
Even though they're not actually playing a rogue.
Is it locked?
Yeah.
With that investigation roll, no.
Okay.
It also does not appear to be like. It just looks like a door.
Right.
Well, the other one seemed to like be guarding.
I mean, Guild plays a rogue in our other campaigns, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Haku, you went out earlier. You're fine.
I've only got a couple minutes left on my spell, so if there's anything anyone wanted to do in those next few minutes,
Hey, Pink, how's it going?
I'll walk up the hall there a little, try quietly, at least as best as I can, the left side passage, just to poke my head in and see what I can see while I'm still invisible.
So the left side?
Yeah. Basically, just until something interesting shows up.
All right, so you go up that passage. Give me a tool, thank you.
while people are sort of gathering.
And you see what looks to be sort of a workroom.
Any people or anything living, moving, breathing person type in there?
There does not appear to be anything immediately obvious, living, moving, breathing. Roll me a perception check, though, to see if you notice anything else.
I absolutely do not notice anything else. I'm mostly just looking for kobolds and such, or things that might stab us if we're not looking. So I'm just going to go back and quietly
There are
report
no obvious kobolds.
Par for the course here.
Haku! This dog, I swear to God.
Well,
I assume there's nothing magical around here with the detect.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything magic.
Okay.
Well,
which is probably wearing off fairly soon because
probably
that's not as nearly as long as like invisibility.
Mm-hmm. I mean, also if people going around can potentially also recast it.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you want to recast it, feel free. But yeah, so far, nothing magical has popped up.
I mean, if we're going to take time to do some rituals, I could throw up a disc so you'd have to schlep that chest around.
I mean, that would be great.
The only thing about them is they're not self-locomotive. Although, Esri, I know that you do a lot of interesting tweaks to some of the spells that you cast that might maybe you could work with me or something like that, because it's great, but it always follows behind too far away to really be useful to, skate over strange floors and such.
That's true. Yes, we could look it over. Potentially Grim might have some ideas on it.
But if we're going to take a couple minutes to, I mean, I don't know how long it took you guys to get through that last door. It was quite funny. I was watching for a minute or two.
I just look at Westcott.
It took a very long time.
I'm going to put out my spell book and start ritual casting the disc then, sitting at one of the tables.
Yeah.
Okay.
A ritual recast detect magic.
While people are poking around and looking at things in here.
All right. Does anyone else want to look at anything in particular while they are taking at minimum 10 minutes to ritual cast things?
Well,
can I try and take a dagger and just pop the lock off that? Just brute force that lock?
Sure. Roll me an athletics check, I guess.
I like to think that Gil just sat on the table next to him and was just kind of staring like
why is it that you guys get to brute force this and I don't get to brute force it?
Did you roll?
How is that working out for you?
7.
My offer still stands.
I think you chipped your dagger.
Your dagger still looks like it would work, but yeah, there's a tiny chip.
I know where you can get some more of those if you need.
I already picked up another.
You're not having a good day.
I'm not.
Is anyone else doing some looking around? Or is it just Westcott attempting to open a chest?
I'm just sitting on the table, vastly amused by everything.
Yeah, I can't really
I'm
think
gonna
of
go look in
anything.
here.
There's not much.
Okay, yeah. So
Has anyone
Sterling,
checked there?
Sterling, Terwin had gone up there before, but you didn't see Terwin go up there, and I don't think Terwin really said much of anything. So
No, I did. I said I came back to report that there's a room empty of any people in there. But I was just looking for something that's going to stab us. There's interesting things there.
You go up there, and there's a lantern hanging from the ceiling, and a long table in the middle of the cavern that's covered in sheets of parchment, books, inkwells, charcoal. There are notes spiked to the stone walls. Do you want to look at anything more closely?
Yeah. So what's on the table?
Okay. So the table is mostly just like large sheets of parchment, books, writing implements. If you want to roll me an investigation check, see if you see anything more with that. Get any details. Haku, stop
These
it,
are all
please.
the magic words. Parchment, books.
17.
Yeah, so you look around, flip through a little.
Oh, I'm doing okay. They rolled that one on
And
Lex. I know.
looks like something
Nobody's
about
like
maybe
rolling to their strengths today, apparently.
exploding seeds? You kind of wonder. Exploding. Kobolds explode. Maybe this is exploding kobolds? But you're not the smartest cookie in the
Definitely
jar.
convinced that he plants the seeds and grows kobolds.
Yeah, but you do
So close.
you do think that exploding seeds and kobolds are related, and you may well think that he grows them from the ground.
That tracks.
You'll need those that luck.
That is what you find
Totoro
on
style.
top of the table. As you look around, you sort of notice something under the table, and you see a device like the one you saw or you found that was found in Hupperduke, the Vox Seeker. But it's not moving, so probably safe.
Sterling is going to back out of the room very slowly because he does not trust it.
All right.
When he gets down here, I'm just gonna apparently go right underneath you. Help!
Oh wait, what? Who? Me? What? No. Who?
I'm fairly certain that you'd go directly over me.
There you go.
Like, doesn't even see him there and just walks on top of him. There's another one of those things under the table in there, but I don't know if it's active.
Things?
Yeah, I don't know, the weird explodey voice thing.
Ah.
Vox Seeker.
Take a look.
Well, I mean, if it was active, I'm pretty sure it would have tried to kill us all by now.
Was there anything else?
Where did we find one of those before?
In Hupperduke, at the prison.
Yeah.
The crab thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
Making
actually,
sure I see
Esri
that.
has the one that they found because it got fixed, and he gave it to her. So
Well,
Yep.
there's paper on the table and it just talks about
just like
growing kobolds.
shoots up.
Ezra's just already there.
I mean,
He talks about growing kobolds.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let me finish my. I'm just trying to quickly go through the rest of the ritual. As soon as she's done with it, she's gonna make a beeline for that room.
Sterling forgot to look at the walls. He was too worried about not making things explode.
So Esri, you make a beeline for the room once you have detect magic up. Yeah, there's paper, there's parchment, there's ink, there's notes, lots of notes. But you're pretty sure there's probably at least some parchment that doesn't have notes because that's a lot of parchment.
Yeah, just carefully taking parchment with notes, without notes, schematics, anything like that, looking them over quickly and putting them in with her own
Roll me
notes.
Roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
Having seen Westcott's failed attempt at breaking off the lock, I kind of want to try it too.
Okay. Roll
Dirty
me
20.
athletics.
Athletics. 17.
All right, yeah, Guild, you actually do manage to pop this
Just take
lock.
the
It was
sword
not
and
a
go
super-
and kind of push it down in there and just psh.
Yeah.
No parchment mimic.
Roll me a stealth check too. I want to see if you can do this quietly.
Oh yeah. 21.
Okay, yeah. So you just take this sword and somehow just like tilt it exactly right. And
I like to think that the lock shoots off and I just catch it.
yes.
Just to make Westcott look really bad.
Go look at the papers with Ezri.
If Fleur notices that this is open, though, Fleur is curious what's in this chest, so she will wander over and be like, "Ooh, you got it open."
So lid lock pops off. Guild catches. Westcott goes off to sulk with
In a
Ezri.
huff. Look at
I was
papers.
not sulking. I was getting candy store right now.
Ezri is excited. And Fleur comes over to the chest as well. And you open the chest, Guild?
Yes.
Inside this looks like clothes and equipment, but not kobold clothes. And wait a minute. This looks familiar. This looks like, at least some of this looks like what that bounty hunter was wearing that you met before.
The not nice lady?
That bitch!
Oh.
You're not sure? Looks familiar though.
Okay, Fleur pays attention to fashion though.
Okay, yeah.
Fleur sizing this up. Does this look like
Gildaf definitely did say that bitch out loud, though.
I mean, it looks like it does look like what Yinra was wearing. Now, you don't know why what Yinra is wearing was in a chest.
To Fleur. So is the bounty hunter just this guy with a weird disguise?
Do you sort of flip through more of it than just the clothes?
Yeah, I want to actually look through the whole thing.
I feel like Fleur's mind instantly goes, so he likes dressing in drag?
Wait. Pondering whether
he even plagiarizes Mrs. Doubtfire.
well, Fleur is pondering
this Doubtfire situation on our hands.
Terrible inventor is actually a drag queen.
Yep.
Guild, you pick up the coat, which is sort of covering everything else. And that was the most noticeable piece. The most recognizable. And there are weapons under there. Like, it's not just the clothes.
Any good weapons?
Nothing particularly special, but, serviceable. Same way as stuff, not identical to the stuff in the armory, but similarly serviceable to the stuff in the armory.
Would I remember if it was anything that she would have been carrying that would have been visible?
Roll me an insight, I guess.
Oh, that's actually really good. What is my insight? +3, 22.
Yeah, I mean, you're not 100% sure because, you weren't specifically examining her for her weapons, right? But this looks like what she was carrying. This looks like basically all of her gear.
So either she is working with this guy, or she is this guy,
or she's
making, dead. Or that,
or she was 3 kobolds in a trench coat,
or she was 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
As Rezgat and Ezri are not
there.
But
I mean, if she was dead, why would they bother keeping all this stuff in a chest?
Yeah, that seems a little weird. Remind me, just because it's been so long. So
there's also some other random bits of gear that don't look familiar. This seems to be about a gear chest.
How the bounty hunter related to all of this,
she was investigating everything.
I know, but
kind of ahead of us.
Who or what was she investigating? The prison break is where we met her.
Yes.
The watch that actually had to do with all of this.
So the prison break happened, and the original mission you got was to go up, try to go and find the person who escaped.
Which we did.
And that was the inventor?
No. The inventor was helping her.
The inventor, you found out later, seemed to be helping the escapee.
Okay. The escapee was Sken.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is that again?
Goliath lady.
Goliath lady who was
we
in prison.
found her at the beginning entrance here.
The prisoner of war, stuff?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
The stuff that only Fleur had any idea what they were talking about because politics.
Yes. Prisoner of war, probably related to the Kryn dynasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They thought she was a spy.
And the inventor person, we think, helped them escape because we found the item there.
The Vox Seeker,
really
and
does.
then Sken was up in this up before the entrance to this hideout was where you found
and
Sken.
then we
Oh, yeah, making that a white card if it isn't already. It might be something similar. Might be like that already.
Basically,
right.
We were after the same thing, but now we're wondering if they were in there covering their tracks
or something else. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
You have whatever suspicions you have.
Got it. I was just I was trying to remember how all the
it's been a while. Yeah, that's fair.
It's been a while.
So do note, like, it's not just her gear, like the coat was on top and most of her gear is on top, but there's also some other odds and ends, nothing fancy, gear, clothes, what have you.
Can I highly doubt this is going to yield any results, but just because I feel like what Fleur would do, can I look on the outside of the box to see if there's any type of like initials, anything to indicate like if this box belonged to anybody in particular or if it was just like a box?
Sure, investigation. And while you do that, we're going to go back to Esri and Westcott. So you guys are looking, well, Esri specifically is looking at the papers and the parchments and examining and had a very good investigation roll, as I recall.
Yeah, dirty 20.
So as you examine, okay. So there's some notes about implanting explosive seeds in the kobolds. Okay, well, kobolds don't normally explode, so that makes sense. There's some notes about sharks.
Exploding sharks? Sharknado?
Sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their foreheads.
Something about placing sharks into the waterfall lake?
Oh.
Oh no.
Does that mean they're also exploding sharks after the kobolds?
Or the sharks ate the kobolds?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Then there's a weird design that looks like some sort of clockwork powered armor.
Oh.
You're not quite sure. And then as if that wasn't bad enough, there's exploding kobolds, there's sharks, there's clockwork armor. You pretty sure that Stalmast is planning, that some of these are Stalmast's plans. And his plan involves explosives and the mountainside and burying Hupperduke in a landslide.
Oh, that's not good.
He's very angry.
Westcott, if you're looking around as well, also roll me a perception check. I mean, Esri's really involved in the investigation of these papers, but you're up there, so
Just
like,
starts coughing up a lung.
Can it be investigation?
Well, what are you trying to do?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just looking at like the papers and sulking, but also kind of looking at like the papers and the schematics
like,
and
some of what Esri found you find.
Yeah.
Roll me investigation.
Gonna matter because I'm okay. It's a 16.
Yeah, you find some of what Esri found. She is a step ahead of you, both first and because
not the Sharknado.
She's Esri.
Yeah.
Glint.
But what is both of your passive perception as well?
11.
Let's see, because I want to make sure that my glasses don't help with that. Oh, it's just advantage on perception checks. Passive perception is 16.
Okay, yeah. So you don't see anything other than all these papers and the stuff we've described. But Westcott, I mean, you sort of find all of this just like a step behind Esri, and she's sort of frozen reading the plans about burying Hupperduke.
Also, my investigation check on the box was 15.
Okay. There are no marks. This just looks like it's a chest that happened to be locked. Okay. There's nothing that indicates this is like someone's special chest. There's no monogramming or anything.
So Fleur will just say to Guild, I don't know if it's important or if it makes a difference at all, but I mean, I think they just kind of tossed their clothes in here. It doesn't seem like this is like their special box or anything.
All right, so probably not some kind of very special secret kink. Good to know.
Yeah. Still.
Okay, disc is ready. Oh.
Yeah, and that's when Carolyn enters on.
I feel like Guild has been just like kind of has his sword tip in the table and just kind of spinning it. Yeah, weird shit.
Yeah.
Probably weird shit that we should show everybody when they get back over here. What are they doing up there?
I have no idea.
I haven't heard any explosions, so that's good.
Yeah.
Post the Vox Seeker.
And just after a little bit, just like coughing from the other room.
Like, yeah, you do hear like occasional like coughs that echo a little bit down the hall.
Well,
but...
they're still alive. So that's a good thing, I guess.
And after she's done reading each thing, she puts it quickly away in her own stuff for like to save for herself and also to pass along as evidence, I guess. We need to make sure this doesn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, this is sharks in the lake. Really?
Mm-hmm. Mostly the destroying Hupperduke.
Yeah,
but,
that's bad. Too.
Is there anything else? Like, was this just the stuff on the table or the stuff around on the walls? Or I'm gonna look around at those quickly before.
So some of the stuff that you found was on the walls.
Okay.
Some of these notes are on the walls. The exploding seeds were on the table, and the plans about Hupperduke were on the table. But the sharks, that was up on the wall, like
okay,
on display.
Yeah, she just wants to give like the room like a once over quickly, and then we'll head back to the group.
Take a look at how big is the Vox Seeker? Actually, out of curiosity.
So you peek back. I mean, you've seen the one Esri has now, and you've seen the one under the table because you look for it.
Yeah.
It is.
Are they like travel size or like?
I mean, they're small enough that they can, they're not like immediately obvious. One moment, I'm just checking.
I feel like they were like not very big.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not very big. I just wanted. I'm gonna try to give you a sizing, and I want to see. Yeah, so about the size of like a dinner plate.
Okay.
So they're not huge. They're not like itty bitty, right?
Yeah.
But they're not big.
It seems it's.
It has not responded to any of your.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Any of your talking. It seems to be not on.
Pick it up. Take it with me.
Okay.
Probably walks out tossing it like a softball.
When everyone catches up, I'm gonna take out the coat and just hold it up and go, well, weird shit.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse. So apparently, the plan is to bury Hupperduke. With the explosives.
Oh, exploding sharks in the lake.
Not with the sharks,
what?
but.
Westcott is stuck on the sharks.
I found the weirdest shit that we were gonna run into.
How would you even get a shark here?
No, that's what I wanted. I don't think he'd gotten to that point yet. I think he got to like sharks.
You're not sure whether he got to that point.
Yeah,
they could also be
he did
like, clockwork, like this armor. Apparently, they're working on.
Did it look like the sharks were clockwork from what I saw?
This guy doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's true.
Yeah, they didn't look like they were going to be clockwork, or was he going to surgically implant explosives in sharks?
So there was nothing specifically about explosives and sharks.
Okay. I seem to remember something about explosives and sharks, but maybe that's just because we were talking about the kobolds.
Yeah, no, you connected explosive kobolds with sharks.
Sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their foreheads, obviously, in the lake.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna fill the mountain with the exploding sharks, then they'll blow up the mountain, and then when the sharks land, they will blow up.
And as they explode, they go flying around and it makes a Sharknado.
Yep.
Yes.
Why is this
Trojan Mountain?
Yeah.
Trojan Mountain.
I mean, Esri, if you spend a few minutes thinking about the sharks, you probably suspect that because you know you're smart. You probably
unlike the rest of us.
That's actually pretty smart.
What is your intelligence?
I mean, his intelligence is a 15.
Yes, bullet NATO.
Okay.
What does this coat look like?
But
amazing, 1 second. You probably
anyway.
suspect, Esri, that maybe the sharks were some sort of maybe he was going to try to make some sort of moat situation where people who wanted to get to his hideout would have to get past the sharks in the water.
Yeah. Then we get the idea of, we're landlocked. Where the fuck is he getting these
Yeah,
sharks from if he doesn't make them mechanical?
You are genuinely not sure.
It didn't seem like he.
So I was like, okay, that's true. He's not smart. He's a plagiarizer. He takes other people's ideas. Of course, he's not going to be that smart.
The coat is it's a long leather coat. Pockets sort of worn and rough, dark colors, the sort of thing you'd suspect maybe chosen to help vanish into the shadows a little more.
I'm gonna put it on.
Okay. You put on the coat. Guild is now wearing a slightly beaten up, long dark leather coat. Guild looks
fabulous.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, he looks great. You know, what can you do?
You know, I just really like the idea of them figuring out that we found their stash. Besides, it's a nice coat. It looks better on me than it did on her.
Oh, absolutely.
Now who's a cross-dresser?
What is feminine about this coat? It's a coat.
Yeah, it's got a slightly feminine cut. Like it was cut for a woman, but it's not like overtly feminine.
The clothing doesn't have
makes
gender.
His hips look great.
Right, yeah, it just gives him a little bit of extra hourglassy
it's a good look.
So Guild is now an anime boy?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're saying that like he wasn't to begin with.
Guild is now an e-boy.
He's literally gold.
A golden e-boy.
He's a golden, sparkly
Guild is golden boy.
Ah! Oh my god.
That's an old
we are going
reference.
to take a short break while I take my dog out because the game really demanded.
Guild is Golden Boy the anime. Oh god. Oh.
I missed this group, guys.
I will still be on voice. I will still be on voice, just taking the dog out because he keeps making noises. I'm sure you can all hear.
We do need a JoJo emote right now, like just JoJo's pose.
If we are gonna break,
that a
though, since I did
motherfucking
at the
anime
beginning,
reference?
before
Thank you, Tommy.
break, Aaron, I want a promo. Shamelessly.
Yes, do shameless plug. Oh yeah, we got a shameless plug from Guild here.
So I don't know how many people are actually watching or care, but I do freelance art stuff, and I made some D&D stickers, and I just want to show them to you guys. So they are class stickers, and I've got them here. So like Arcane Trickster and Thief. And these are the Hunter art Pact of the Archfey, Pact of the Fiend, and Pact of the Great Old One. I don't have Assassin here because I stuck it on my iPad. Anyway, I'm working on this set, and I made lots of them, and I have them on my Etsy shop, so you can find that at Etsy. My shop is Rust and Gunpowder on Etsy, and they're $3, and they're very large, and I like them, so you should go look at them.
They are so pretty.
Link in chat.
Also,
oh yeah, that is Assassin on my iPad.
She also drew the art for Terwin.
I did, and the art for Guild because he's my boy.
Also, for those who like Cowboy Bebop, I got her stickers of
my
Ed.
shop that fast? Was that one of you?
What?
What?
No.
I got
Take my money.
An Etsy notification on my phone that I got a favorite.
Yay!
So if that was one of you guys, thank you.
Ludosynthetic says take my money.
Oh.
So I'm guessing that was them.
Yeah. She also made one of my original arts for Cortanis in the other campaign.
Did.
So,
I know.
So
Tell
good.
me. Oh yeah, thank you.
I do like a mix of fandom and original stuff, and I have some like anime stuff and Final Fantasy stuff, and I'm getting some more original stuff. So
he's also pretty.
She does good stuff.
Thank you guys.
Just like must promote. You're now officially the Laura Bailey of our group.
Yeah.
I'm not making merch of us though.
Yet.
Not yet.
Oh my.
Oh yeah,
I
when
did
do
not-
we get that group pouch or that group sticker set?
No, I want to do that. I absolutely want to make like dice bag style of our.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, please.
I need a TB Leah
they look
in my
like
life. That just occurred to me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
And this, but
yes,
us.
yes.
I do.
Please.
I've done Elias. I just haven't gotten around to anybody else yet because I get angry when I work in that style for too long.
Oh,
I want to see a cute tiny Leah.
Yeah, no, I want.
They're great, but it is a pain, as I understand.
Yeah. Oh yes.
You're right. The Cowboy Bebop stickers are so good. That's why I put them all over my my laptop.
I don't have my sketchbook on me, but I have some of the Critical Role ones.
Hey, you guys. I just stick them on whatever. So, like, my iPad keyboard has some of them on it.
Good.
Because they're mine, and I can do that if I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got one of my charms on my cork board.
Good.
Because near. Because near.
Because near.
I
still love Titan. Titan is just the best little chunky boy.
It's so
You're
great.
a warlock, so
I
you
don't
need 'em.
even play Final Fantasy, and it's just so great.
I mostly just use my pottery, pottery that's not quite as good as the stuff I'll sell. I'm just like all my pottery in my apartment is like my not so great, but not as great cast offs mostly.
Yeah.
I'm working
I'd
on
say
more,
show off
though.
some of your pottery, but you don't sell it online because it's expensive and difficult.
It's
so.
true. It is a huge.
Yeah.
I only sell pottery online at request, specific request.
I need to commission you, Jerusha. We really need a commission trade at some point.
We do.
Ah, no! Sticker! Come back.
Oh no!
But someday when cons start again, I'll self-promo and when I have an artist alley table for anyone who happens to go to that con.
Yeah.
Someday.
You know, those days and there will be cons again.
You
Far
know,
off land.
I am okay with the fact that not conning for a bit has given me long enough to get enough stock to do a table.
That's true.
Fair.
Like I've also been using it to. I've noticed an improvement. I need to update my portfolio for con stuff.
think my portfolio is updated.
I haven't necessarily been making tons of stuff, but I've been learning new skills, so that's good.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that someone's going to make like a bunch of con setups in VR chat, like the convention center setup.
I'm really pleased with the way
walk
my
around,
most
like,
recent
Ohio
commission is
Convention
coming
Center.
out. So
I will say, I still think my most delightful con moment is probably when Mary Elizabeth McGlynn came and bought 3 bowls from me.
Yes.
She's wonderful. You guys kept telling me how great she was, and I'm just really glad I got to meet her and see that in person.
She told me she was a fan of my work, and I said, I'm also a fan of yours.
Yay.
That's good, wholesome stuff.
I want all the VR cons. I want to walk around the Ohio Con Convention Center in VR and just do that.
Oh dear.
Someone said they might do it, so I'm curious whether they actually did it or not.
Holy shit.
What?
Just the views on my rogue stickers have doubled since the last time I looked, and I don't know what happened.
I wonder what happened.
Yeah.
I wonder.
It's just weird.
If you show them, they will come.
Apparently.
I didn't realize that you'd already had, like, because I think I remember seeing you do the Warlock ones, but I didn't know they were up in the shop. I would have bought them all at the same time if I had actually realized.
Yeah, she got them all at the same time, I think.
I did, yeah. I just linked that. What the fuck, Brendan?
What?
That's a lot of money!
You have a lot of stuff in your store I don't have.
Did you just buy everything in my shop?
Yes!
Almost?
I think you did!
Maybe.
Possibly?
Little bit.
Okay, it's gonna take me a little bit to package that much shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm not in a rush.
That reminds me, I still have to send you a thing, Brendan, that I've had for like 2 years at this point, and I need to pass along.
You also still have my misbehaving maiden.
I know, I'm sorry!
We also realized recently that you have my Velis coaster that I have never seen in person.
Oh. Shit.
Yeah,
That's
well,
not your fault.
That's not, yeah.
No, it's not. I'm just sad because I haven't gotten to see it in person.
Yeah.
Very cute.
No, the misbehaving maiden thing is just is like a running ridiculousness.
I keep forgetting every time I go see her to bring it.
Yeah. This is from like years ago, pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it was my Kickstarter. 2 years ago at this point?
Yeah, I will also be back.
And someday my Dispel Dice will come, and then I can send Brendan's set to him.
Same, yeah.
I am. Yeah, oh yeah, actually, let me show you, since we're on, like, you can see it a little better on camera, because mine did come.
Oh, when I get back, I want to see.
I'll wait till you get back.
I'm almost back, and then I have to, like, wash my hands and shit.
My Dispel Dice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Someday. Maybe.
Yeah, someday, somehow.
They'll come eventually.
I am excited, Maggie. I don't know when it's coming, but I guess I don't know if you had already told people, but
oh yeah, I don't know. I think I did.
For Christmas birthday, whatever you want to. I'm not sure what.
Christmas birthday.
But Maggie got me the I already forget what it's okay to rest or whatever. The
Caduceus
sweatshirt. It hasn't come yet, but I'm like so excited because I'm just like, it is cute and looks so comfy and is like my life's motto.
100% you. It's so.
I ordered that and the Jester T-shirt she did.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm pretty excited for them. I don't remember if I got the white or the pink in the Caduceus. I was torn.
I got you the pink.
Me?
Yeah.
Good, because that's the one I wanted. The
white
one.
He
walked away, but he's probably in chat if he wants to see it.
And personally, I liked that one better.
I preferred the pink, but the white would go with more things I have. So I'm not sure which one I went with.
Also, I'm actually wearing a light pink hoodie now, so
yeah, I don't wear a lot of pink. I'm not anti-pink. I just don't wear a lot of pink.
Well,
so
for me, I'm like, it's a crew neck sweatshirt, so the likelihood of me actually wearing it outside the house is very slim. So it is my loungewear that I will live in at home.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm figuring I'll probably wear mine as like on days when I want long sleeves.
Yes, loungewear.
But not heavy.
I live in my Dungeons and Doggos sweatshirt.
I don't get to go to cons and have a onesie anymore, so
it is. I go in like sweaters and adult clothes because that's what I live in. Because some days I have to work. I can't really wear hoodies to work.
Haku is now the DM.
Roll for Bork.
Doggo
Best
DM.
Doggo DM.
I'm not sure if we're better off or worse off with Haku.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like the kobolds have so many bones. Yes, the DM is a very good boy. Such a good doggo.
Meanwhile, we have my little asshole over here. You can only see her butt, but
I was washing my hands. And I mean, you know, in the spirit of the Critical Role episode I was listening to earlier, Haku's approach to DMing.
Oh, Ludo, Drush already has one.
Rain.
We can only have one at a time. For the doggo, it can be for Haku.
Yeah, so nothing would change.
Basically,
Haku now has the chat inspiration.
Motto.
I'm glad that Haku also has chat inspiration. Come here, buddy. Come here.
One to focus on. There we go.
Too busy sniffing? Okay, you can sniff.
This is the.
I'm sure he'll be back
Ooh.
over soon enough.
Shiny.
They're so pretty.
Yeah, it's the Celestial Skies is the one I.
Yeah.
I'm intensely jealous because mine has not shipped yet.
I know, I'm excited. Ugh.
Yeah, mine haven't shipped yet either, but I did order 4 sets. 3 for me and 1 for Brendan. I mean, I would have
wanted to get 2 sets,
but...
and I'm very, very upset that I thought I ordered my second set and never added it, and now can't get it because Kickstarter.
Nope. I was gonna.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually they'll be available to buy online. I assume.
Yeah, if she does the same colors, is kind of the question.
That's fair. None of them were like. I think the only Kickstarter exclusives were the, bonus stuff. The ones specifically called Kickstarter exclusives.
One day I will get the pretty. Well, I'm getting pretty, but other pretty.
More pretty.
You are getting very pretty.
All right. So if we want to pick back up now that the dog is mostly wanting to play fetch with the end of a bully stick, instead of whining at the door, what do you want to do now? Guild is wearing Yinra Emberwind's coat and looking like a Bishonen anime boy, which is appropriate for Guild, really. Guild probably could appropriately roll across a fancy sports car sexily and have it not be totally out of character. On the subject of apparently the plot of the Sailor Moon, was it Super S movie? Was supposed to be the plot of the Utena movie?
No, the plot of Utena itself. It didn't say the movie specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it said the movie.
No, it just said the movie for the Super S movie was supposed to be the plot of Utena.
Either way, it doesn't matter whether it's the plot of the anime or the plot of the movie. It's weird as fuck, and it doesn't involve animation.
As I guess that's how you would make a video if you use my ears.
What do you guys want to do now?
Well, what are you doing up here? What are you in the wall?
Huh?
Brendan's like in the wall.
I am?
No.
No.
Brendan's on a table.
I moved the token in the wall and then drew a bunch of obnoxiously colored squares around it to call attention to it when we were shamelessly plugging Kristen's work. But I moved it down, so you might need a refresh or something.
Yeah, because I can still just see you in the wall.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
here,
was
I'll
looking and I
move
was
the
like, I
token.
don't see him in
What
the wall.
did-
What's going on?
What did Terwin cast? It was the disc?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right about the time you like put on the coat, I like finished casting the spell. I'm like, okay, you can put the chest on the disc, and then you're like, oh, what? No. I don't need it.
Oh,
You
no,
can
no.
put the Esri on the desk.
Yeah.
You could put Esri on the disc.
I'll just be back here.
30 feet behind us at all times.
So, which way next?
That works.
Well,
Ezri will
unless
happily
we're
go
going
disserving.
to the floor is lava down below. There's that other passage right around the corner that
And the door.
Hi, Mona.
A door
Anything
that I could
interesting,
definitely try to
Cyrillus?
break.
Anything
Yeah,
interesting
take
at
a
that
look down.
door?
Oh, is that a door there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mona, stop.
Is it locked?
No, I mean, Terwin took a look at it earlier. It looks pretty like a normal door. It doesn't appear to be locked.
Open it.
Doesn't. Okay. Cyrillus opens the door.
Oh well.
Go
down here.
And can now see inside once I select the goddamn right tool.
Oh, hello.
And inside is a rough-walled cavern that looks like a kitchen.
Kobold cooks?
And yes, there are two kobolds that look up, squeak, and like look like they want to try to run past you, but don't know if they can get past you. So they're just sort of like doing
Should
that
I back
hop
up to
forward,
the
hop
door?
back, hop forward, hop
Badger
back,
moves
hop forward,
into
hop
view.
back.
You know,
Shirley's
I feel
just
a
gonna-
little guilty about just killing all of them at this point.
We don't have to kill them. We didn't kill the last one we cornered.
like,
Yeah, but
looking
we
at the
really
3
don't want
bodies
them.
next to the table.
Just scoot them under the table.
We threw them off the cliff. They're fine. We threw them because they might explode.
We can throw these ones off the cliff. They have a chance of living. There's no sharks.
Maybe we let them run away, not into the cave. I don't want them tipping anybody off.
Can we
How are you
keep
going
the
to
door
control
shut
where they
while we're
run?
working? That way. Just keep them in here.
Do you want to bar the door?
Something like that. Yes.
Close the doors.
Just
Pile
close it
the
again.
tables up on
Yeah, is there like a
the
bar
door?
that can go across the door? And...
The tables. They can just
Which
put
way's the door to
there.
open?
Yeah, I mean, it opens out.
I mean, if it's a kitchen door, I imagine it swings.
I mean, it's not quite that fancily hung. It's just sort of a door that happens to lead to a kitchen. It doesn't have hinges that go both ways. And it does open out into the cavern because opening in would not give it very much space to open. It's a very small kitchen. So if you close the door, you could push tables up front of it and trap the kobolds in the kitchen. They'd at least have food, you know, worse places to be trapped.
Is there any good-looking food?
I mean, they're making, you sort of look in, making soup. It doesn't smell too good. They're chopping some kind of meat on a chopping block. Unless you're into the haute cuisine of kobolds that just happen to have kitchen duty,
It smells
probably not.
You close the door.
I start pulling the tables to the door.
I'll help with the table.
I'm gonna go see what's down this way.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
between
gonna follow Westcott.
Guild and
Quietly.
Sterling, you can probably just pick up the table. You don't even have to drag it, so you can do it fairly quietly. If one of you were doing it, you'd make some noise, but with two of you, you can do it pretty quietly, and you can barricade.
Just pile
the
all
kitchen
the tables over there.
Yeah, you pretty successfully barricade. You're pretty sure you successfully barricade that kitchen door because they're kobolds. they're not exactly known for
their brute strength.
Brute strength, yeah. So Westcott and Terwin, are you moving? I assume moving quietly.
Attempting
to.
Stealth
See
roll
how
for
well
me,
that
please.
goes for me. Would I still have Pass Without a Trace up? It lasts for an hour, so I don't know.
Probably yes. It's not been quite that long. It might have been closer to an hour if you didn't have Esri doing investigation of papers. If you had been if random person had been trying to do it, but Esri's pretty good at finding shit in paper.
Oh yeah.
Not a 1, I'll take it.
20?
23.
Okay. Yeah, so you move quite quietly. I also want you to roll me perception, both of you.
So as to get more than 30 feet away, just the disc and Esri just starts floating along after them.
Oh yeah. If you sit on the disc, you're coming along.
Yep.
Yeah, Esri is floating along behind.
Dirty 20.
I enjoy this party. I enjoy how easy to make it for her.
Okay, yeah. Terwin, you're having a bit of a tough time. You're fairly short, and you sort of keep getting lines of sight that are blocked by things that are just a little too tall for you. The path does open up into a chamber, and you think maybe those look like cells, but you can't quite see enough detail from where you are at your height. Westcott, you see pretty clearly.
I do have a good 3 feet probably on Terwin, so
yeah. And part of it is like, Terwin is also trying to be stealthy.
I've never actually seen the Mandalorian,
and so he's
I
having
don't
a
know
hard
how
time
that
finding
works.
a spot that like he can see and be hidden.
yeah, it's just all legs.
Just.
But Westcott, you see a dank, dreary cavern, sectioned off by walls of iron bars, and it divides the space into 2 cells. To one side of the space before the iron bars is a kobold seated on a stool. And in one of the cells is Yinra Emberwind, coatless. And weaponless.
Okay.
So not a cross.
That's still up in the air. We don't really know.
Meanwhile, Guild posing.
Why not the back?
I'm not giving this goat back.
Jojo posing in the other room. Can I grab Terwin and just stop him once I see all of this? Like,
certainly can, yes.
Like, kobold, also bounty hunter lady.
Well, so she's not dead.
No.
Okay. Well now.
Probably take out that kobold if we want.
Yeah. Do either of them seem to have noticed us yet?
Sorry. No. As far as you can tell, they do not appear to have noticed you. You both were pretty sneaky.
Okay. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
I'm going to put them to sleep. I am going to try to put them to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll see how this works.
An important distinction to make.
I guess I can be plan B if that doesn't work.
All right. 15 hit points because I roll 2 1s.
All right. 15 hit points will put the kobold to sleep.
Yay!
Good.
It, however, does not appear to affect Yinra.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she's an elf, wasn't she?
More than 15 hit points.
She is tougher than a kobold.
Yeah. She is an elf and also has more than 15 hit points.
Yeah. The first one doesn't. The second one doesn't matter because the first one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check the now sleeping kobold for a key.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just gonna walk up to what's her face.
You can both. One of you can check
Yeah.
for a key, and one of you can walk up to Yinra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy
For
meeting
some
you
reason,
here.
come on. Okay. For a brief second there, Maggie, you were for some reason your video was for some reason behind Kia's. It was very strange.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
weird.
So you walk up to Yinra Westcott and
gonna lean casually on the cell.
She closes her eyes. She sighs.
I have that effect on people.
She looks at you and she says, I suppose any interest in helping me get out of here?
As I'm rifling through the kobold's clothing.
Yes. Roll me an investigation check.
Don't roll so low that you kill it. That already happened once.
21 on investigation, and I will respond to her and say, you give us the bounty and back off.
Why don't you, give me a reason to be interested and take it into consideration.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can always chew through the bars. You live long enough, you might, eventually get your way through.
Look, my goals aren't to be stuck in this forever. And I suspect you've already gotten the bounty if you're back here and free. So...
Wait, did you guys already turn it in?
We did.
Shit. So what do we... Oh well.
Yeah.
She sort of gives you a look.
Westcott's like...
She gives you a look, but says, look, I won't interfere with whatever you guys are still doing. I'd rather just get out of here. So, let me out, and I'll go. I don't want to get messed up in this anymore, but you... She looks nervous, and she says, you might want to know, I think that inventor, I think he's...
To destroy Hupperduke?
Oh, good, you know already. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sharks and everything.
Yeah.
Shark?
Yeah, he's also
Altitude's
planning
gotten to him.
He's also planning to fill the lake with sharks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure about the details.
Didn't know about the sharks, but
she's not a good investigator.
Yeah, really?
Well, she got caught.
So she's not a good investigator.
She's not a good investigator. She's not a very good bounty hunter.
But regardless of sharks or otherwise, this wouldn't end well for the city.
Oh no.
Probably not.
Do I happen to find a key?
You did, yes.
I don't have a whole lot of confidence in Westcott's ability to break through this, massively powerful kobold engineering. So I want to make sure I have a key.
Yes, you do. You did find a key that you assume opens the cells.
All right.
See if I offer.
I'm gonna walk up, holding it sort of very conspicuously. So, any useful intel? How'd they get you? Were you just too loud?
Let's just say that one person against lots of kobolds and a Goliath, not always the best plan. I didn't expect so many kobolds.
Quite a few.
Always expect kobolds.
feel like Fleur
There's always more
hearing
kobolds than you
talking
think.
Sterling come up and
gradually
just
making
said
their way
always
down that
said
way.
kobold.
He totally would. Just like down here standing in the.
Well, actually, oh, wait. So Terwin went up to the kobold, so obviously the disc.
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
up
He's-
here.
yeah.
Well,
Ezra's,
like up
Ezra's
here.
dragged along.
Ezra's just
5,
hovering behind them.
5, 10.
Um,
Yeah, I'm right. I'm in the right spot now.
I'll
just saw
toss the
comment.
keys through the bars to
Behind him
Yinra
like Baby
and,
Yoda.
Baby Yoda. I still haven't seen Mandalorian, but
Me neither, but I know enough to know.
You toss the keys to Yinra.
The
yeah.
nerdiest Baby
So
Yoda.
I don't know how many there are, whatever they are. I'll just toss her. She can figure it out.
Yeah, Yinra catches them through the bars and sort of leans to try to unlock her door, which she does manage to do.
Oh, I didn't know if she was manacled or anything.
No, she's just in a cell.
Yeah. Won't cost you anything. Maybe the coat off your back, but you know.
I don't think you're getting that coat back from Guild.
Guild come up, or is Guild still back in the other room?
He's like holding up a metal plate.
Guild,
yeah, like examine.
Fleur is a vet.
Like, Guild is admiring himself.
I heard Guild. What about Guild?
So so Terwin said something about it won't cost you anything, just the coat, except maybe the coat off your back, to Yinra as he tosses her the keys. And so I was asking whether Guild had come up to join everybody, or if he was still in the other space.
No, he's still sitting. He has found another table to perch on now that his former table perch was pushed up against the doors. He's just sitting there waiting.
Like artfully draped around him.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yinra just sort
Why
of
did
shrugs
my TV turn on?
and says, "Look, you find the coat. It's yours. I just want to get out of here." And she unlocks her door and starts to head past you.
Does she look like she might have anything of value on her?
Roll insight.
Okay.
Does she have the other half of that paper that I found in the trash?
Yeah. Because if she does, I want to try and grab it. That's not great. 13.
Is it ever?
Never leave a note half.
She looks like she's down to like the basics of clothes. You suspect that whoever captured her, whether it was kobolds or Stalmast or Sken or some combination thereof, has pretty much stripped her clean, except for allowing her not to be totally naked.
Oh, nice.
And she just, if no one does anything to stop her, she just continues past. Heads down.
He blinks from on the disc and like watches. Oh.
I'll mention to her that if she wants to grab a sword or a blade or something on her way out, that the kobolds have a little armory down the hall.
Nods and says, "Thank you." She seems a bit surprised, but
yeah, you're being much nicer about this than I would.
Definitely grateful, because she's about to go out into the wilderness with no weapons. And continues on towards the armory in hopes of grabbing something.
I have learned it's never a good idea
to make an enemy of a bounty hunter.
She looks at Guild as Guild says, "Oh, that's interesting." Looks at the coat.
As you have your own Baby Yoda.
Sighs a little. And says, "Good luck with that," and continues on.
It looks better on me.
And she presumably heads towards. She, as you say that, she like briefly looks like she's about to flick you off, but just thinks better of it for the moment.
Then realizes you have the charisma and like, oh, you're right. You're right.
Really quick random question. What does her hair look like? Is it a mess?
It's pretty messy. It's pretty messy.
Assuming she's not like, we got her out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fleur is gonna look at her and just kind of look and go, we need to fix that. And she's gonna climb up on something or someone, whatever is nearby. And I like to think that she keeps like a little pouch on her belt that is just, chock full of ribbons, because why not? And she's gonna tie up her hair in a little ponytail with a pink bow and just say, there, now you can see. And then
Yenra just sort of blinks at you a few times. Thanks.
Oh boy. You're welcome. As she proceeds to get on the badger, which also has, bows tied in its hair. Whether or not it wants to, it does.
Yeah. And other than stopping herself from flicking off Guild and probably going and getting a ponytail from Fleur and probably going and getting some kind of weapon, Yenra just heads out of the cavern.
That's fair.
And there is now a sleeping kobold.
I'm going to tie the kobold up.
Oh, and she probably also, once she's out, tosses the keys back to you. Actually, I should have mentioned that. Once she's out, she tosses the keys back to you. She doesn't need them anymore. She just wanted to get out. So
I will hold on to them.
Yeah, was it just the keys on the kobold? Was there anything else?
Yeah, it was just the keys. Also, armed with like a small short sword, but nothing fancy.
We have a problem now.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have to cross the suspicious metal floor.
Oh yeah, it comes down to just the suspicious metal floor.
Oh, why is it? Well, I guess it's not normal to find a.
Why would you make a metal floor? There's a reason.
Weird magic shit.
I don't like it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to conjure up a softball-sized sphere of magical energy and just sort of bocce ball style roll it across the floor. Once we all gather down there, and as long as nobody specifically or explicitly says, no, don't do that, that's a horrible idea.
So you do, what do you do? You grab
I basically conjure a ball and roll it down across.
I'm adding the Vox Seeker to my inventory that I picked up. Okay. Just wanted to
is it just like a small ball? Nothing
It's
big?
about the size of like a bocce ball sort of thing.
Okay.
A softball.
Yeah, you roll it across, it rolls.
Okay. Sure.
I just want to walk up and just like rap on the edge of the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. You wrap a little bit on the edge. It makes an echoey like boom boom sound. You suspect maybe someone might hear that one. Haku, stop it.
Just lightly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like crazy loud. It's just because I know you only rapped lightly, but it's just you're rapping on metal and it echoes a little bit.
All right.
I don't think we should walk on top of this.
I mean, I don't like
Well,
it either,
then
but how are we
do
going to
you
get across?
suggest we get across? Yeah, we can't all fly. It's not that convenient.
Can anyone?
I'm going to get a stool and I am going to. The flora is lava.
I don't think that it's a good idea either.
Did I see magic on that? Detect magic?
You do not, but as others are investigating,
I do want to check it for traps since I'm actually looking at it now.
Yeah, now that people other than Terwin are actually seeing this floor,
what are you?
I want anyone who is investigating the floor to roll me an investigation check.
15.
I mean, Flair's looking at it.
Looking at it, I don't know that I'm
like
investigating it really.
13.
I don't think
17.
investigation is your strong suit. Yeah, 13.
All right. So everyone who got at least a 12, which is most of you.
Hey.
You do notice that there's a groove in the middle of the floor. It runs across it lengthwise. So like, hold on. Haku, please stop barking at me, please. Like that, straight, except straighter than I can draw. Freehand on a trackpad.
Oh.
So there's a groove. So might be a bit of a trap, Guild. Like you with some experience with traps, you're like, that looks like it might open.
Trap vibe. Trap vibe.
I think you had the highest investigation roll, as I recall. So
15.
Yeah.
So, like, can one of us grab a rock and like try?
Terwin did that.
We've already tried
Yeah,
that.
we've already tried that.
You
We
know,
didn't. Yeah.
I'm
Does
kind of
any of
getting
this-
a.
Oh, sorry. Does any of this look like any of the plans or anything like that found in the other room?
There's sharks underneath. It's a shark pit. No.
Roll me.
Yeah,
What would
actually,
you
that's
roll me for that? I guess insight, maybe.
Insight.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Insight intelligence.
Okay.
Because this is definitely a connecting the dots sort of insight, not a reading people sort of insight.
Okay. Let me find a int thing. I'm not okay. That's fine. Ooh. 23. Natural 18. Woo.
It's a little tricky. You didn't see anything specifically about a trap. Like there's nothing like glaringly obvious about a trap in those notes. But you definitely saw some notes about like trap doors, making traps that spring from weight.
Yeah, this thing is gonna fall open if we step on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's sort of what you'd suspect.
Yeah, Esri tells everyone that. More than likely weight-based and
an idea.
Drops down.
Does it? Can I see if there's like a, I don't know, like a lever or anything on the other side to like disarm it?
Roll me a perception check, I guess, since you're looking across.
Oh.
There it is. I don't know what die to roll. I don't trust any of them. Ugh, not great. 11.
You don't see anything.
Huh.
Nothing on the other side.
Person to see this
with my minute detail specs.
You can also roll me a perception check.
How heavy are these barrels that look like they're in the passageway next to this floor?
I mean, if you want to try to pick one up,
I'm not going to try and pick one up. It's probably taller than I am. I'm just saying, like, is it empty or
18.
what?
Not empty, but you're not quite sure exactly how much they weigh because But
Right.
there's some weight to them.
Okay. Well, I'll see if I can't tip one on its side and roll it across the floor because it's heavy.
I'll help.
Okay.
Daisy will help. Daisy
I
will
will
push
not
with
help
push.
because I'm not very strong.
So one of you guys try to tip a barrel and roll it across the floor, which is easy enough to do, especially since there's multiple of you doing it.
Doing a barrel roll.
Guild, as you try to help, because for Terwin it's a little bit tricky to assess weight because it's just
No, we already
bigger
threw them
than
off the cliff
he
because they
is.
explode when they die.
Roll me a quick perception or investigation, actually, whichever you want.
The boost?
That's really good. That's a 25 investigation.
Yeah, so they're not like no weight, but they're not heavy. You'd guess 30, 40 pounds maybe?
They don't smell like blasting powder, do they?
I was like, wait.
Roll me a perception.
Just put your face down and smell it.
Smells like wood. I'm gonna back up for a moment.
So you roll it, and it rolls across. Probably stops about in the middle because I doubt you give it quite enough of a push to make it go like.
I mean,
40
I would have Daisy help like shove it if that.
Right,
makes a
but
difference,
this
yeah.
is 33. This is a 40-foot across space.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure. I didn't. Actually, didn't measure the room, so
it stops. It stops probably after about 20 feet. Like you gotta give it a good push, but it stops after about 20 feet.
I mean,
nothing happens.
Do we want to just take a few of these and roll them out until it falls in and we see what's down there? I can keep shoving barrels.
Well, if if at least held that weight, I could potentially get across fast enough to see if there's any mechanism on the other side. But
also,
well, if you can get across, then maybe we could just daisy chain.
I can also make an illusion that doesn't weigh anything that could get across.
That's true.
If you tell me where to point it.
Is that useful?
I would have to come back.
Yeah,
I
thought
Can
I mean, unless it can look around and tell us what it sees.
No, that's why I'm saying if you can tell me where to send it. Of course, I don't know if it can.
Actually, we could daisy chain
What
this
is
right now.
the going to do if,
Well,
we have to get across eventually?
We only need to get one.
I forget.
Look, if we get one of the magic people across, we ride, right?
Yeah.
I can create the
now that I think about it, I actually
the
don't know if
floating
it can
disc
actually
now, and
interact
then
with
we could
things,
attempt
so.
that.
Yeah.
I can teleport to the other side, most probably.
Taco, leave it.
I mean, if you can do that, great.
Yeah.
And how are you going to get me across?
The discs.
Can the disc carry Sterling?
Is it big enough?
Is it a big enough disc? How much weight can this disc hold?
Disc can hold a decent amount of weight. Tensor floating.
It's weigh a couple thousand pounds.
Yeah, I don't think Sterling weighs a couple thousand pounds. Hold it to 500 pounds.
Is like 1,200, so
yeah, like horse on its own is close to can be like 2,000 pounds if it's a big horse.
How big is Sterling?
Yeah,
is
how
it like
big
medium creature, not a large creature like most horses?
I always figured he was pretty stocky, but
I mean,
either way, like, how wide is the disc? Can he fit all 4 feet on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the disc
like a mountain goat, just
3 feet in diameter and 1 inch thick. So
you have like an elephant on a stand.
Yeah.
I mean, if
a monk.
I mean, I feel like Sterling it might not be comfy, and Sterling might need to go by himself. But,
Sterling can just circus horse it and stand up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, everyone else would have to be on somebody else's disc.
Yeah.
We have 2 discs.
Mm-hmm.
So Esri gets across. We jump on Esri's disc, including Terwin, who has his disc. So when Esri gets across, both discs go, and we ride, right?
I'm very uncomfortable with this side.
Do you have a better one?
Too bad I can't just jump it. Damn it.
By all means, go ahead and try.
I don't want to land on it.
So did we determine that it's light enough weight doesn't trigger it?
So the barrel that you rolled did not trigger it. The question
it's stuck there.
But it's in the middle.
Okay.
The question is, you don't know if you don't know what the weight threshold is. You suspect.
You also don't know if it's the weight that triggers it.
I mean, Guild and Esri had enough with Esri's insight check to connect the dots. Pretty strong suspicion that weight is the trigger, not guaranteed.
Is there Actually, while we're debating this, can I get down and look at the edge of it and look if there's any kind of like a locking mechanism anywhere that would prevent it from falling down? Because obviously people who work here have to get through.
You can certainly roll me an investigation check.
Not as good. 13.
Yeah, you don't see anything. I will say that you've been yeeting kobolds and you rolled that barrel.
Mm-hmm.
A kobold doesn't really weigh much more than that barrel.
I'm gonna take off my backpack. Pretty much anything that's weighty, and basically just gonna go across with my clothes and my spell book. I know I don't weigh much more than a kobold because I'm small. Like I'm small for a halfling. So I'm just
what
gonna.
What do you weigh?
Halflings average about 3 feet tall and about 40 pounds.
Okay.
I'm less than 3 feet tall and less than 40 pounds because I'm also like kind of scrawny for a halfling.
Okay.
I just checked. I was like, oh, I did actually like roll and figure out her height and her weight. Look at that.
You are Terwin. You are intelligent. So I will say this: there is a barrel that weighs about the same amount as a kobold in the middle of this floor.
Yeah. So I'm gonna follow the path that it took. Oh wait, I'm intelligent.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna follow the path that it took.
I'm like, you are a wizard. You have a high intelligence. This is something your character would connect.
It's a total weight thing, not a pressure plate thing.
Right. That if this is a weight trigger on this space, there's a at least probability, not a guarantee, that it could be just total weight on the surface.
About where is that barrel?
Barrel's about midway. It went about 20 feet.
Okay.
So we made this harder for ourselves.
Done goofed.
Yep.
I have a way to like
barrel back.
push it farther.
What does my dog have?
Anybody know like
fine.
Gust?
It's unfortunate.
I can make a fog cloud. That's about it.
Right. Not useful in this situation.
Okay.
I can't mage hand that much weight.
I'm going to hand one end of a rope off to an unseen servant, which is going to float over there weightlessly, wrap a harness
Gus
around...
can only push something that's like 5 pounds or less.
Yeah. Wrap a harness around the thing, tie it off, and then we'll pull it back, and then I'll walk. Does that work?
Yeah,
for people? For the party.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's as good an idea as anybody's had, I guess.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to be able to pull a 40-pound thing. It's as big as I am, but I'm sure amongst everybody we can pull it together and drag it back.
I got like 18 strength. I got it.
I'm incredibly frail. I can't do it.
Yeah. Okay. So if that doesn't trigger it, and we can pull the barrel off that way.
Yeah, you certainly can do that with the help of an unseen servant and a couple people pulling on that rope, especially given some of your folks are not exactly weak.
Okay.
You can certainly do that.
I am going to gingerly and carefully step by step across.
Okay.
If Esri is going to continue to stay on the disc, she's going to then be floating halfway across the thing on the disc.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, if that was the case, wait. If that was the case, then she'll just Misty step to the other side from there.
Okay. So Esri and Terwin make it to the other side. Terwin's disc is sort of in the middle. It's not a problem. Terwin, you weighed approximately the same as that barrel.
Right.
So Terwin, in theory, could just walk back and forth on various the disc.
Oh shit. Hold on, everyone. There's an earthquake.
Oh no!
Oh,
earthquake!
We are going to hold for
earthquake.
California.
Oh.
Just go to Twitter, see everybody's talking about it.
I just texted Laughface.
She's gonna be like, "How did you know?"
I didn't even feel anything.
I
didn't even feel it.
California
Oh,
problems.
Unrelated to anything, Aaron, you need to watch Jason Brown's short program from Nationals today because it was beautiful.
I am going to.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of Nathan Chen's from earlier.
Jason
was watching it.
I mean, in fairness, I am a big Jason fan, but
Is
he's
the
also
barrel still on the panel?
no.
They
before Terwin went, because I saved Brendan from himself because he plays a wizard and he has high intelligence, and that was just something that his character would realize. I'm going to send you a link to Jason's short program, Aaron.
Well,
and hopefully by the time you get to watch it, it will still be there.
Small earthquake?
Welcome back.
Someone didn't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh yeah, you're no.
I could hear you. I didn't feel it.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was like a one yeah. There's lots of different types of earthquakes, and this one was.
I
Just
hate
sort of
earthquakes.
one.
I fucking hate them. It's like the one thing I'm actually afraid of because you can't predict it and you can't get away from them.
That's fair. I have never been in.
Someone could tell you a hurricane's
been
coming.
warned.
Someone tell you it's tornado season. You can see a tornado far away. You can run away. Earthquake is like, oh fuck, here we are.
Earthquake is like, oh fuck, here we are.
Earthquake.
That's going in my quotes list.
I mean, in fairness, you can only do so much for some of the other things as well.
Still
because
more predictable than an earthquake.
Earthquakes are more predictable. Earthquakes are less predictable, though you can assume they will happen when you are in certain parts of the world.
Yes, you can assume that everybody wants to. Oh, we're due for a big
What
one.
does earthquake feel like?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Want to know.
I have been in earthquakes. I have been in earthquakes in California because I have family in California.
I have never been west of Kentucky. So there's that.
So, yeah. So
anyway,
Terwin and Esri make it across fine because Terwin is tiny and Esri has magic.
Actually,
if anyone else we can carry across, it's Sterling that's going to be tricky.
Actually,
Yeah.
if I stayed on the disc, could I have? Because my disc is still 30 feet behind me. People could get on my disc.
Yes,
beforehand.
You certainly could do that.
So, I mean, if Terwin could make it across, Fleur, in theory, if nobody else is standing
and could Sterling be able to jump to this disc and then jump over?
Yeah,
like his disc.
Terwin. Terwin left most of his shit and did
Can
not
you
take all of
stack
his
the
equipment.
discs and then carry Sterling
So,
over?
Fleur,
2 feet on one, 2 feet on the other.
Yeah.
Move them at the exact same time, because otherwise that'll get fun.
Fleur might be able to make it across, but it depends on how much equipment she's trying to carry with her.
Oh, I'm sure she's wearing armor, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she has leather armor. How much
that's
does that
only
weigh?
like 10 pounds. Like 10 pounds.
I mean, if it's
Miss
just
that.
Fleur and not Daisy, and she's not bringing like any extra shit.
I mean,
other
Fleur
than like
was
her
not
basics.
lugging anything with her. Daisy would have to go on a disc. She would assume if Daisy's coming over.
Yeah, I mean that's so.
Fleur,
yeah, I mean, if Fleur's just
Fleur
in leather
weighs
armor,
35 pounds.
if Fleur is just in leather armor with like her rapiers, she can probably make it fine.
Yeah.
It's more if like she's bringing anything else, or and Daisy would if Daisy wants to come, Daisy needs to.
Fleur does not carry a lot on her. She has Daisy to use to pack people.
So Fleur can dart herself across after Terwin if she wants.
Yeah, Fleur will, as long as, they figure out a way to get Daisy across. Yeah, Fleur.
Yeah, I mean, the
whatever.
disc can hold up to 500 pounds and it's 3 feet 3 feet diameter, I think, right?
Daisy's a giant badger, but I'm pretty sure giant badger can go on a disc. So
she can. Daisy can sit. He can sit.
Are we going to have Sterling right across on 2 discs?
I mean,
look, Sterling can.
Is Esri like? Because here's the thing: in order for that to work, me and Esri would have to walk together across.
Well, Well,
yeah.
So each disc can hold 500 pounds, right?
Yes.
How much does Sterling weigh?
More than 500
More than that.
How much
Really?
total does Sterling weigh?
Probably over
He's a
1,000.
centaur, yeah.
Thinking like
Okay.
a horse with a head is around 1,000, 1,100. Then like he just has more than a head. He has like the entire
Yeah.
upper body of a human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But there's
I mean,
also
it's
the
just-
thing where like centaurs aren't exactly to scale with horses, I think, because they're medium creatures
True.
still, right?
Mhm.
Versus
That's
like
true.
all horses are
That-
large
that's
creatures.
why I'm trying to figure this out
Mhm.
because
I don't know that.
it
Hang on.
matters. It matters.
Hang on.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, I think centaurs are smaller.
Is this
creatures
kind
across
of
the
thing
board.
in the information?
That is a
Yeah.
curious thing.
Actually,
Yeah.
Actually, it would
I-
have that
He does a
sense.
I
centaur
mean,
way.
most of the races have like ways for you to calculate their weight.
Yeah, or they have an average at least.
Yeah.
Listen.
Because that's how I figured out Fleurs by rolling or whatever thing.
Yeah. I don't know if there's that.
Good lord.
Was
well,
there official centaur?
Nope.
Monster
There
Manual
is-
says scary things.
Monster Manual, I think, would be different.
Okay,
I know,
so
that's why I was like,
player character centaurs, according to
Ravnica and
Ravnica,
Theros.
are
Ravnica, yeah.
smaller than
Than a
regular
monster, yeah.
centaurs.
By how much?
And they're smaller than a human rider mounted on a horse.
So you're like a pony.
Yeah,
Basically.
so
Well, this changes
you're
everything.
sort of like a pony, is what I'm reading here. You are stand between 6 and 7 feet tall. Size is medium. Yeah, I'd say if Terwin walked, and Esri, who is probably pretty light, right? Because she's super frail.
Yeah. Yeah, she does not have much meat on her
If
bones.
super frail Esri sat on the front disc, and Sterling stood front hooves on the front. No, does it have to fall exactly 20 feet though?
It doesn't move unless you're 20 feet away. So we would
Yeah,
have
he's
to
not 20 feet
coordinate our
long.
movement.
Yeah.
He's not 20 feet long. So he'd
Yeah.
have to I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he can do 500. I suspect he's over 500 pounds, even at a smaller size.
He'd have to hop up and put exactly half of his body on one and half of the body on the other.
But he
and-
can't do that if they're 20 feet apart.
Right.
Yeah.
We would have to both of us walk across at the same time.
Yeah,
but
you
have
most
to
likely
have
that's
much
gonna be
weight.
too much weight.
Yeah.
A frail
Esri's
human
gonna
less
be
than
too
100.
heavy. Yeah, she's gonna be too heavy. Probably. Or as far as you know, you could try it, but you run the risk of Esri and Terwin dropping through the floor.
Vilas,
Here's the
here's a
thing.
question.
Why don't you guys go across, and I will do my very best to see how far I can get jumping across it. And if
Yeah,
I
if we could
don't make
get
it,
them
well,
both
at
in
least
the
it's just
middle.
me.
If we could get them both in the middle to the point where he can jump across, because Esri can potentially cast haste on him to help with speed to get a running jump to the disc and off of it.
What ability would jumping be?
Athletics.
Yeah, or I mean,
Give
or
you
I'd allow a monk to do it acrobatics.
Well, I can cast enhance ability.
There you go.
I mean, we could
Because-
also just put enough weight on it that after we're all across, that it does open up, and then like maybe it's not that deep, and you can just kind of hop down and then hop back up or something.
Or
Maybe
it's
spikes.
just a pit of spikes. I don't know.
I can also guidance right before you do it if we want to stack enhance ability and guidance.
I
Stack
will
buffs.
I will also cast Longstrider.
I mean, that's just movement.
I'm perfectly
Yeah,
happy
but-
with haste
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
in case it does open up and you need to make a deck
I
save.
mean, you don't need all of this. Some
We're
of
trying
it
to be
is
careful for Sterling.
redundant.
I guess the extra speed wouldn't really help with the jump, but
Yeah, I mean, everyone except Sterling can make it across using
Well,
the
I'm not going
discs.
across
Absolutely.
until Sterling makes it across.
you have to go.
No, I don't.
Sterling has to go last, or we can't get you.
Do any of you
I can
wizards-
get
The
across.
Cyrillus
I
will
can
be
make
fine.
myself
Turn
way
into a
less.
mouse.
Yeah,
What
let's
are you
do
talking
that.
about?
I wasn't thinking.
Haku, leave it, please.
Can probably also
Fleur-
become a spider and just go across the side of the wall.
Fleur doesn't know a lot of things, but she's just gonna. Do any of you wizard people know how to turn people into other things?
Not high enough level for that.
No.
Fleur doesn't know that.
No, not yet.
I've seen people do that before where they like, I know Cerullis can turn herself into things, but like, that would be really handy right now if we could just make you like a cat.
I have gotten bored again and started looking through the pockets of the coat for anything interesting.
I'm gonna say that Fleur has at least made it across to the other side though, because
I'll wait.
the wizard folk she would have been talking to were over here anyways.
Yeah, no. Flora was walking across, so she's made it.
Yeah.
So it's anyone who needs to ride the discs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I cast Enhanceability on
Yeah,
Sterling.
I'll go right before Sterling, so I'll do guidance because that only lasts a minute. So.
Okay. Guild, I'm not going to make you roll like a check for this. As you go through those pockets, there's not a ton. You do find a fragment of a letter. That says, "Worry not. I am an ally of your," and then there's a burned out hole. "No questions. Take this ring and follow." And then it's torn off, but you do see "my humble domain" and something about "stand back." You remember vaguely that it seemed like Yinra had found something.
Back at the cell.
When you met her in the cell.
She was smug about it.
Yeah, and she was smug about it, and you tried to steal it, and you failed.
And it was a paper.
It was a paper.
We actually knew it was a paper.
Yes.
Interesting.
Huh. So everyone other than Sterling can easily get across. Cerullis, if you refuse to go across until Sterling has gotten across, then that's fine. Everyone else can get across. Honestly, most of you can ride one disc across. Like, it's really just Sterling who is the weight problem here. Because horse. Haku, stop stealing my dish towel. Haku has developed an obsession with my dish towel, and I have it hung over the handle of my freezer, so he has to literally jump up to get it, and he still gets it. Anyway.
Sterling is very dense.
Yeah.
Doko, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome.
Let me copy paste it and make sure that I am reading this appropriately. I'm just like, what? This doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, I was like, that's from what you typed. I was like, that's how you would do that. But yeah, I was like, that seems really weird.
Oh no, you don't add the height modifier. You just multiply 600 by the.
But still, 600 times 9
it literally says.
It says it below it. No, it's
yeah,
like,
that's why it's like, huh?
Even 600 times 9 is still way too heavy.
Yeah, that's way heavy.
These people don't understand horses.
Yeah, no, they don't understand how horse size works.
The elephant weighs less.
The point is that you...
yeah, that's just
half.
It seems insane.
Yeah, the thing is not. Sterling has to be alone, or he might not
like 2d4,
he might.
2d6, 2d4, 2d12, and it's just like.
Well, yeah, Sterling has to be in his own desk because of weight limits of the disc.
You think a Minotaur would weigh more? Yeah. I would feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I do think though it is fair to say that you do weigh over 500 pounds, which means you cannot perch on one disc.
Yeah.
And since they have to float 20 feet apart, and you are not 20 feet long, because that will be a really fucking long horse.
Really bad for their back. He's a corgi.
Oh no, corgi horse.
Corgi tar.
I want that in my life, like right now.
That's adorable.
Next character.
I would absolutely allow someone to homebrew a corgi tar. Anyway.
Halfling corgi tar.
Yes.
I want
Halfling or gnome corgi tar would be the cutest.
Need it in my life.
That's adorable.
So everyone but Cerullis and Sterling make it across. Westcott, you can absolutely cast enhance ability.
Guidance. Sorrellis is doing
or
it.
guidance, whatever.
Yeah, I'm doing guidance right before I go. Just good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should roll Higgins dice for this.
I will wait until the last second though and cast haste just in case he needs to make a dex save.
Ability have advantage.
Yeah, and you'll have advantage
you
on
have
dex saves if
advantage and a
something goes
D4.
wrong.
Okay. All right.
So you're just gonna start across once everyone else is. Other than Sorrellis.
It was that, or he was going to try to just.
Y'all might want to clear some space.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go around the corner.
Back up.
It's going to attempt to jump it. So
yeah.
As
Back
you
up a bit.
go around,
Like we have to be there to get the discs in place.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I mean, we don't need the discs anymore.
yeah,
at this
we don't.
point.
Okay. This is full on.
Unless you want him to land on the disc, but
I mean,
I don't think I could make
as
it.
you
Here's a problem.
Didn't we?
as you peek around the corner, there are
Boy.
some kobolds and a drow.
yeah, how about a centaur getting up to full gallop and leaping
Yeah.
30 feet?
No, they're
It's
about to
probably not going to be very stealthy.
No.
Yeah,
Lord, he's
no,
coming.
this is before the leap, so I'm gonna allow it to be somewhat stealthy.
Everyone's just gonna hear a clop, 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 clop. What?
But yeah, so those of you who are across see a collection of kobolds and a drow in that room.
Oh.
Watching Gaku.
Just sort of pull the sword out and kind of run a thumb down the blade and activate my Crimson Right.
Okay.
And I feel like if it's a point where Guild's like cutting himself like that, the blood just kind of pulls out like way more than it should for a small cut.
Okay.
And just runs down the blade and turns into sparks.
Okay. Very dramatic.
It's 2 damage.
To yourself.
To
I
myself.
should probably get that looked at.
Guys.
That can't be sanitary.
Definitely giving him a side like
prestidigitation.
It's a useful skill.
Don't you stick that in things?
It's reverse tetanus.
Poison damage.
Oh, fucking bots.
Right now.
Be gone,
So-
bots.
We're moving up in the world. We've got bots.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are discovering enemies, Sterling is presumably getting ready to leap.
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna quietly mutter a
Pull
sleep
out my
spell
rapier.
and see if they'll go to sleep as soon as I see him leaping, because then it's gonna be noise time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna open with sleep as soon as it looks like they start turning and looking in this direction, basically.
All right. So
I
you
need
can
like
certainly
a
do that.
blowgun or something.
So go ahead and roll me your sleep.
All right. I'm gonna bump it up at 2nd level.
Okay.
That way I get some more dice. Let me double check how much. I think it's just one. Oh, an extra 2d8. So total of 7.
Okay.
Oh.
29.
Oh.
Well, better
So
on the other
20
ones at
feet
least this
centered
time.
on
2 more dice,
whatever
2
looks
more
like the
ones.
midpoint.
Okay. Remind me, sleep. Does that target the
Lowest
weakest?
HP first
Okay. That's what I
until
thought.
it runs out of HP.
And it's a 20-foot radius?
Yeah, everything within 20 feet of
Okay.
a point. So I'm
Yeah,
basically picking the center.
You can get everything in here as far as you can see. So kobold down, kobold down, kobold down, kobold down, leaving only the drow.
Oh,
Great.
great. We want the drow
Yeah,
to sleep, guys. Come on.
Yay.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
And
little
the drow
lizard.
is looking around, and then all of a sudden hears a galloping horse.
I would hold person, but I'm trying to haste Sterling right now. So
Sterling, roll me a acrobatics or athletics. I'm going to allow acrobatics because monk shit.
His athletics is actually better, believe it or not.
Then athletics for.
Yeah, that's why I didn't really expressly state which ability I was enhancing, but whichever one you use.
All right. Oof. Well, so it's a D4 for guidance, right?
Well, and enhance ability, which is
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
go ahead and use the D4. But yeah.
Oh well, the one difference, but
hey, it's 1.
Oh, that's good. So 19.
Okay.
Did you still have chat inspiration too?
you do.
I do.
The D6.
What does chat inspiration do? I've never. Oh, wait,
It's
D6.
like Bardic's like a basic Bardic inspiration.
Let's do it. Why not? Because who doesn't want to die today? Me.
Yee.
Oh, that was a 1. So it's a 20.
Nice.
Okay. Do monks have any sort of speed?
Is it?
You don't have any sort of like.
I said it to never expire. Hold on, I'm gonna
you?
fix that. Does the one
They
in
have
my
extra
about
movement speed.
on my
Yeah,
you can
his
spend
movement
you can spend a key
50.
point
You could
to
spend a
do
key
step of the
point
wind
to-
and double your
yeah.
jump distance.
Yeah.
I don't think I have Step of the Wind yet.
in the about
You're
section
at
under the
least a
list
level
of-
2 monk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Step of the Wind is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Step of the Wind is basic.
I'm gonna
That is
update
a
that
basic
then,
key
because
point
apparently
that you can
Yeah.
do to double your jump
That's one of the
distance.
first things
a
you learn
never
to do.
expire thing expired,
Why
which is weird.
do-
So I'll fix that.
And you if you've got a running start,
Oh,
you
I
can
see
jump
it
your
now.
strength
Haha.
score in feet.
Yeah.
So if you can double
Oh, yeah.
that, that's
Yeah, with
probably
Step
a
of the
lot.
Wind, it is doubled. Yeah.
So what is your strength score?
Never expire.
My strength score
Copy.
is 14.
Okay. So that's 28.
There you go.
Then you also
Hopefully
got
that
a
one will
total
work.
of 20.
And
So I'm going to give you a
update my-
little bit more than that.
My stuff.
But it's not going to quite get you to 40.
Yeah. Not quite there.
Yeah, like if you nat 20'd that or something,
No way.
like I would have let you get over the whole thing. But so you come down around
The very loud clank.
here with a very loud clank. And as you hit, the floor falls out from under you. And I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
With advantage, because haste.
With advantage, because haste.
I've given up on Higgins' dice. It wasn't very nice to me. Neither was this one.
With advantage?
I rolled the same two numbers. What the fuck?
Oh no.
No.
I rolled a 9 to 10 last time too. So 17.
Okay, so you managed to grab onto the wall and stop from falling through the floor. And as you look down, and anyone else who is looking, there's a pool of water underneath this.
The sharks!
That's what
The
it
sharks!
With frickin' laser beams attached to their foreheads!
There are, as far as you are aware, no laser beam, no freaking laser beams. But there are sharks.
Oh dear.
Where the fuck did he get the sharks from? Does
Yeah,
Humperdinck have a
Once
zoo?
again,
Or does Humperdinck have an aquarium?
That is impressive.
Killed. I could use a hand.
So there are 3 sharks.
I
in
don't
there.
know how helpful I can be. You're large, but
You're stronger than anybody else.
You're
I'll
doing
try.
okay.
I'm focused on the
as
drow.
as you get closer, Guild might be able to help.
I will
but
shuffle back, hearing
I-
Sterling ask for help
I want you to roll an athletics check, Sterling.
with advantage because you still have
You still have enhanced ability.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. You said dexterity check or saving throw?
Athletics.
Oh, athletics.
Because you're clinging to a wall and trying to like drag yourself across it. That is very much athletics.
So 24.
Okay. Yeah. So you managed to make it about 10 feet. You're very, very close. And I want one more athletics from you.
Would I be able to help at all?
Dice,
I mean, you could, but Sterling already has advantage. So it might lower the DC but otherwise not too much.
Sterling has a new chat inspiration too now.
I just thought
yeah, so Sterling, you actually do manage to pull yourself across and you find yourself on the other side. Looking back down at the pool, that is 3 sharks?
How
in a trench coat.
3 sharks in a trench coat.
Please no.
And Cyrillus will need to make it across, but Cyrillus can turn into whatever creature Cyrillus wants to turn into.
Yeah, I mean,
You
the floor is
into a
gone.
fish.
Yeah, the floor is gone.
So I'm gonna turn
Just
into
swim
a
across.
lizard and
Super
climb
easy.
along the wall.
Cool.
Or fish.
So Cyrillus makes it across easily because druids.
I'm focused on the drow.
The drow is now very aware of your presence. And I'm not.
I can't imagine why.
I'm not going to give him like surprise because you knew he was there. If everyone, I'm not going to put an initiative tracker up right now because it's one creature against all of you. But
do we want to try to talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? What
Nudge
do you have?
Westcott
I'm gonna try
forward.
and talk. Like,
okay, what do you have?
Hey. Hello there.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
No reason for this to get violent. More violent. I was actually about to ask you the same thing. So, what have we got going on in here?
He sort of like looks at you, looks away.
Give him my most disarming smile.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Roll for smile.
Persuasion, because you're not actually actively being deceptive.
Roll for flirt.
At the moment.
Roll for himbo.
That is a natural 20.
Yeah.
A total of 27.
He relaxes slightly. Like for a moment, his hand was like going to a weapon, and then he just relaxes slightly. Do you
I think this
work for Stomust as well?
We heard you were having some problems, some creative blocks. We came to offer
chewing on
advice, technical expertise.
I'm staying as a lizard for the moment.
That's fair. That's fair. Cyrillus, lizard Cyrillus is a lizard. Okay.
Blinks at Westcott.
You know, I was going to help him find a better way to,
shark farmer.
Implant the kobolds. Something a little less messy.
Just lean back to Esri and go, just go with it.
Let's go.
Well, if you're
communication.
Looking for Stomust, he's usually in his forge right about now. But if you're looking for the infirmary. He gestures sort of off this way. Then that's where you'd need to go. That's usually where he deals with the kobolds, I believe.
No. Check in with him in the forge first, I think.
Fair enough. He's
Didn't catch your name. I didn't catch your name, by the way.
Yes. Sorry. I am sorry, my dog stole the dish towel again.
Hello, sorry, my dog stole the dish towel again.
That's a strange
I
name.
am Ishel of Den-Thenos. You are?
Delightful to meet you.
You are pleased to meet you. That's what I asked.
Yeah.
Den-Thenos?
Thenos. Hold on a second. I'll type it in for you. Because other people were talking, Maggie, I didn't quite catch everything you said.
Oh, no, I said I have misplaced my list of aliases.
Just out loud.
There's Westcott like digging through his mind of like, wait, who am I today?
Ishel tilts his head at that statement.
No, I don't. Don't actually.
I forgot that you actually had a list of aliases.
I do.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Lando Cavalcanti.
Well,
This really is the Mandalorian.
A pleasure.
I didn't even think about that, but yes.
I'm sure. Is there a reason that the kobolds went to sleep?
They were tired.
They were, well, we had a bit of a misunderstanding with the kobolds at the door. My associates may have panicked a little bit and decided rather than risk a confrontation, he'd put them to sleep temporarily.
Roll me
Rather than risk
deception check with advantage because of the earlier nat 20, because this guy is buying into your bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Specific brand of bullshit.
To maintain the bullshit.
That 17 for a 27.
Hey.
Still maintain the bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit maintained.
Bullshit maintained. Look.
Yeah, so I suppose that's fair. They can be on a bit of a short fuse. I've been trying to get them trained up a little better, but you know, kobolds, they're a bit flighty.
Yes, that's its name.
Look, if you're looking for Stallmast, there's a couple ways. If you said you wanted to go to check him in with the forge first, right?
So that's where he's.
Where he probably is, yes. I'd recommend checking. The quickest way is to go, and he gestures to the path over here. But look, I suspect what I heard was his little shark trap.
Yes. Was not expecting it.
Fair enough. Most people don't expect sharks. That's why it's an effective trap, honestly.
Yeah, how did he, out of curiosity, how did he get the sharks in there?
I haven't asked.
That's valid. That's fair.
But if you head that way, there's another little trap up that way. He might be fine. He only sets it off if he's antsy, really, but better safe than sorry, perhaps. And if you go towards the infirmary, it's a little bit of a longer loop, but you can loop up and around.
Oh,
Avoid
good to know.
the
Avoid
the trap. I think that Rogan is over there, though, so just be prepared. You're going to run into somebody else.
Don't think I'm familiar with. I think we've met. Something of a freelancer.
That does make some sense. Rogan is he's a bit of a, I guess craftsman's the best word. It's a blacksmith, really. Durgar.
Huh.
Bit of a quick trigger finger. I mean, not that he generally uses a crossbow, but quick to take offense. So
hair trigger.
Yeah. Be prepared for that. But otherwise, I think that route's fairly safe. The other way, as I said, bit of a steam trap. So if Stalmast's feeling a little bit antsy and knows someone's in there, he might set it off.
Sound like something we'd rather avoid.
I tend to not go that way myself. He's you get anyone with a decent passive insight gets the sense that
we do have a decent passive insight.
Ishel is not at all fond of Stalmas. None of you have any particular knowledge of the Kryn dynasty, as far as I know. Do you?
I mean, I'm from the Empire,
Definitely not.
But I mean, of the history, like dens and shit.
Of the den, yeah, no, like I know, yeah, Flora and Westcott probably
Of
know
the
the
inner
general
workings
sense,
of it.
but
yeah. Like you know it exists, and you know you're at war with it. You don't know much more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the sense that this dude's, anyone with a good insight, a good passive insight, gets the sense that this dude is not super pleased to be dealing with Stalmast. You don't really know why. You don't really have any details about that.
Tuck
but
that away in the back pocket.
You get the sense that maybe not the happiest to be here. Which also might not hurt, your ability to convince him that you're here to be.
Yeah. Yeah, because Westcott thinks about a 17 passive insight. So
yeah, I'd say anyone with over like a 15 is probably picking up on his lack of fondness.
He's pretty good at reading people.
Passive insight 12.
Yeah, nope.
13.
I mean,
same.
Makes sense that the cleric that isn't a great cleric but still is a cleric.
Well, yeah,
con man cleric.
He's good at reading the room and knowing when to get out.
the con man cleric, the druid, and then the monk would all have good wisdom.
Yes, the note of the only reason why Fleur knows Westcott is what he is not because she found out, it's because somebody else found out and told her. And then she told
Wise
him.
but dumb is actually a fairly common situation, I think.
Yeah.
My
wisdom, she just isn't proficient in insight, so.
My cleric is wise but dumb as well.
20 wisdom, 8 charisma.
Hey.
But
Elias.
Well, I guess if they're taking a nap, that means I get a break at least.
Yeah. What are you doing? Out of curiosity, I mean, if you don't mind.
Babysitting kobolds.
Aside from babysitting kobolds.
Attempting to teach kobolds to fight properly. They're not very good at it.
I'm so sorry. He says that genuinely.
Genuine. In the kitchen that you might want to help.
And this guy is just like he is dishing the dirt now, and he just like leans over and says, and then
walk closer.
If they manage to stab themselves too hard,
they explode.
They explode.
They explode. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah,
This is possibly the worst job I have ever had.
You know, I will admit I had some reservations taking this job, but the pacing's pretty good. It seemed like it could be an interesting, but
the
shark bit kind of threw me off. I'll be completely honest.
My den has an understanding, so I'm here.
That sounds unfortunate, and I'm sorry.
As we're just watching this, and you can't see her eyes, but you can just tell she's like behind the glasses. Like, what? What is happening?
Sterling is completely lost.
This is why Guild told her to just go with it.
Yeah.
There's just a lizard on the wall with its head progressively getting tilted
Progressively tilting further.
Actually, on that note, I can't move Guild.
Progressively tilting lizard needs to be a card.
He had stepped back to help Sterling. I'm gonna say that hearing Westcott bullshit really, really well, he is in fact going to take the coat off and fold it up so that doesn't get seen. Well, out of sight.
Okay, yeah. Roll me a stealth check for coat hiding.
Down here.
No, it's not a high DC.
Okay.
It's just a stealth check.
Yeah, that's a 15.
Yeah, you're fine. Like that was if you like really epically failed your stealth, you probably might have had a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, shark farming.
Look, if you hadn't triggered the shark trap, I'd offer you the key to the secret door, but that's not going to be super useful to you because that's on the other side. But look here, I'll walk with you. I'll show you. Maybe if I go first, I can avoid Rogan being a little bit too likely to attack. Can't promise anything. He's not the most friendly of folk, but he's slightly better than the kobolds, to be perfectly honest. At least he doesn't explode. At least so as far as I'm aware.
I mean, yeah. I don't. Well, I did have a quick look in the one room with all the plans and everything. I didn't see anything for exploding dwarves, and Stalmos didn't mention anything about exploding, Duragar or anything. I hope he's not working up to that, because that's not actually what I went to school for.
As far as I'm aware, he is not planning any exploding dwarves. I think Rogan's a bit more useful to him as a blacksmith, but he does like his explosives, so hard to say for sure. But follow me. And unless you make a move to continue the conversation beyond following him right now, oh my God, will you please work reveal area thing? There we go. He starts heading this way. This way.
Seems like he's amenable to small talk and might keep that up a little bit, but
Yeah, no, he keeps up the small talk. You get
We're all following,
that,
right?
Yeah, everyone's following, as far as I know. You get the sense that he that most of his communication has been with kobolds for the past
Like,
while.
Someone
intelligent conversation.
Actually kind of enjoying having a conversation with someone that isn't a kobold.
Since the sword is like sparking and not subtle, Guild is just kind of carrying it on his shoulder and sort of twisting it back and forth. Not even trying to be subtle about it.
Yeah.
Continues
just
on
clutching her
this
spell
way.
book and seeming to like having a very intense mental conversation about all of this.
As you pass through this area, this looks like, well, your best guess is kobold barracks. This is where the kobolds live. Smells of mildew, not very pleasant. Stone floor. As you know, other than the one metal floor, pretty much everything's been a stone floor, so it's only notable because you just dealt with a metal floor. Lots of bundles of leather, but mold. Ew. Kobolds are not the most hygienic, are they? There are a few kobolds asleep, but since you're passing through, not raising a fuss, and you know, Ishal is helping you along. Not really an issue. He heads up. He gets up to about here and then points off to the right and says, if ultimately what you're doing is dealing with those explosives in the kobolds, you're going to ultimately head up that way. That's where the infirmary is. And then the surgery.
Basic, but I can probably make do.
The infirmary you can see. It's, rough, blood-stained beds. Clearly makeshift. There's some soiled cots in a corner. And there is a door that you can sort of see to the northwest. Since he said infirmary and then the surgery, you suspect that that's the door to the surgery, but you don't know. He continues on up and leads you up to about here, and says, before we go in, the next area is the blacksmithy. This here is Rogan's sleeping chambers. Bit nicer than back there, but still not the nicest place on the planet. He has a bit of a thing for sculpture, as you might notice, and you do see as he points that out, a actually fairly nice but only partially sculpted statuette on a desk in there. It looks like a dwarf. And yeah, it's much nicer than the kobold sleeping chambers. Small, but actual mattress, table, the chair, some broken rocks. Nothing fancy, but like it doesn't smell of mildew and looks like a place that someone might actually like willingly sleep. And as he steps forward, he calls out, Rogan, we've got some newcomers. And as you follow, a male Duragar turns towards you.
Really quick question.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is from the other place, is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is a drow, and he said he was from a house. So you suspect he is from the Crane Dynasty.
He seems to be okay. Fleur is definitely hiding kind of in the back, though, because she's not in a military uniform, but if you look hard enough,
she's very Dwendalian.
Now she's like pink, so that's the most distracting part probably, but she's also just like, Yeah, we're just gonna hide a little bit in the back and just try not to draw much
Just
attention.
like cover herself with Sterling's tail.
Yeah.
Just not here.
Yeah.
Works
Yeah, I
perfectly.
mean, luckily, Fleur is very small.
Yeah.
And Westcott has rolled very well on his persuasion
Yeah.
and deception rolls.
Yeah. Westcott is very distracting.
Any extra attention to herself.
Yeah.
Especially
Luckily,
when more
Westcott
people
is
are
a
showing
fucking
up now.
liar.
She's like,
Yeah. Fleur is small and Westcott is distracting.
yeah. See, this is why she brings it.
The Rogan, the Duragar, is working at a forge. And this is a small chamber to have a forge. It's not comfortable. This is not a place that's particularly pleasant to be. But it does have a glowing forge and an anvil and a water trough, and it looks like a working forge, even if it's kind of. Why would you want to have a forge in like a room that's 15 to 20 feet across maximum? That just doesn't seem pleasant. But Rogan turns.
Hi, cat.
Who are they?
Nobody.
This one says he was hired to. What exactly are you here to do?
Lend a
Talking
hand.
about the
Generally,
infirmary,
mostly
I
with the
know.
kobolds. Yeah, I'm a doctor of sorts.
Doctor, I guess making the.
Let's try and make things a little neater. Improve the process.
Roll me another deception.
Okay.
Also with advantage because actually Ishel is helping you here.
There you go. We lie. Hey.
He doesn't know he's helping you lie, but he is helping you lie.
Helping me lie.
Who needs charm spells?
Okay.
When you have Westcott.
When you have Westcott. That's a 25.
Hey.
Westcott, the walking charm spell.
Yeah.
Yep. Not a walking
Can see how that
lockpick,
would
but a
be
walking
useful.
charm spell.
Yeah.
Oh. Go ahead. Just don't give him my way, please. Well,
wouldn't dream of it.
And Ishel steps aside and sort of gestures you past and says, if you continue up past that way and around the bend, you'll reach the forge. Stelmust is generally in there around this time, so I suspect that's where he'd be, but his sleeping quarters are also past there, so almost certainly in one of those.
Thank you. You've been very helpful. I have to get a drink
Nice
sometime.
to have someone who isn't, well, to talk to for a moment, but good luck.
Thank you. You too. Good luck with those kobolds.
We'll need it. And if you head around, Rogan gives you sort of a look.
Give him a nod and
then turns back to his smithing. And Ishel is just waiting for you guys to get past so he can go back to wherever he wants to go.
Dill just kind of gives him a nod as he goes by.
Yeah. Let's go by, like, Ezra is just clutching her book and just doing, like, the looking down thing and just kind of shuffling past. Excuse me.
I'm a lizard on a wall.
Yeah,
lizard just dropped from the wall.
Lizarding.
I give the forge a wide berth.
That's fair.
Fair.
So as you go past the forge, you reach what appears to be some sort of a storage chamber. I'm going to reveal that area in just one moment. There you go. And in it, there's metal ingots, textiles, other materials. Super disorganized. And most, if not all of it, probably coming from somewhere that isn't here, Lots of goods, raw materials. What is everyone? Well, actually, everyone roll me a perception check. Or anyone who's going into the storage area, which all of you eventually are.
13.
Oh, I actually rolled well.
I keep forgetting that's plus 0.
22.
24.
23.
Esri, Cyrillus, and Fleur, and Maggie, what did Westcott get?
12.
Okay, yeah. Esri, Cyrillus, and Fleur all notice that there are some stamps and seals on some of the containers that look like probably these are from Hupperduke. And given how Hupperduke feels about Stelmos, probably not just like purchased.
Yep. As he takes out a book and starts pulls out her like magical quill and starts like cataloging things.
It's a lot of stuff too, like just piles and piles and piles of not really junk, but sort of junk at the same time. And before we keep going, how is everyone feeling? I know we've sort of lost Brendan for the moment.
I mean, I feel okay. I just know that I should not be up too much later because it will mess with me. So,
I mean, because what I'm thinking is maybe this is a good stopping point.
Pausing point.
Because depending on what happens next, I mean, you're heading towards Stelmos, so
yeah,
and we are literally the worst. So,
and you are the worst.
He's worse. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, like him. I know it's around Bess's bedtime.
I just want to say that Gilda's gonna put his new coat back on now.
And I know that Brendan's been gone for a little bit, so
yeah.
Might be a good time to call it here for the night. And then next time we have a week off, for whatever reason, we can continue your exploration of this cavern that you have so far managed to make pretty easy work of because
to not get eaten by sharks.
I have missed this party so much, guys.
Westcott is a really good liar.
Yeah, right?
Good liar.
Good.
And his first persuasion roll was a natural 20.
Yeah.
Great.
Which helped a lot.
With the scam one.
Breaking all those lockpicks earlier.
Right, yeah. He was really bad at the rogue shit, but at the lying shit, he was top notch.
Hey, Suspicious Initials, are you still around? Because I still owe you.
That was also with
you a
the
serenade.
20. So
if not, I'll
yes,
get to it next time.
Enough.
But let me know if you're still around.
Very appropriate.
That's why I had to kind of stare at it for a second because it's really hard to read.
Yeah, it is. I haven't used it in a while.
Like, wait, those are music notes.
I also I feel like I should note that there were varying points in there where I was rolling a d20 to see if anything hurt you guys because you were not the quietest about some of that shit.
Nope.
But I was rolling shit on perception
rolls.
Lucky.
I don't think I got 1 over a 10. So
nice.
You got very lucky on the nothing notices the noises rolls.
And yeah, that GIF I posted was absolutely. The more I talked to Ishal, I was like, "Yeah, this is the
that's fair.
Fellow. I hate to kill you. If they ever have to
those of you with that good insight, this dude isn't here because he wants to be here.
Yeah.
He's here because he was told he had to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Good game.
Chat friends, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
That was super fun. Thank you for stopping tonight. You guys are the bestest.
I missed this party.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
This is super fun. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thank you for the chat inspirations tonight. For all the chatting.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I know exactly who to send you to for this raid because the awesome Joel Bowl, who I do VR chat roleplay with, is having shenanigans tonight, apparently at the Purple Lotus, dealing with some Fae bullshit. So, going to send some love his way. Thank you all again. We hope you have a wonderful night. So, we'll be back hopefully next week with something. If not this game, then back to main game, or do we have?
We have a lot of questions. Your question mark for next week.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll be late next week.
I
maybe
think
because
I
of
responded to anything, but I mean, I'm usually around.
I think Brendan was thumbs down next week.
Brendan was thumbs down, and Kia was late, and then
Okay.
Aaron was question.
I think I was questioned because of OhioCon, but I was not asked. Like, I haven't heard anything about like cosplay stuff, so it should be fine. I can
because they were
change
doing
that.
online cosplay
Yeah,
contest.
but I haven't heard anything
That
about
makes
that.
sense.
So, yeah. So we'll see. I'll keep everybody up to date in my Discord and on my social media. So until next time, everybody, you're wonderful. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Send some love to Joel Bowl. Here is my raid call, or if you are now subbed. So until next time, I hope you roll natural 20s. Bye, everybody.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice holder. I'm proud to be